everybody. Welcome to the stream. I live. Oh, man, some days it's really close. Sorry for the delayed stream today, everybody. I really wanted to stream with my stream team today. I'm going to have to push that till next week. I was having some serious breathing and sleeping problems today. I'm getting all out of whack here because I'm streaming every single day. I'm running my kids all over the place. What happens sometimes, and if you've ever had this happen, put a 1 in the chat, where you sleep for, I slept for like 30 minutes because I was waiting. I dropped off my kids and I had to drop my twins off. I dropped my other daughter off. So I slept for like 30 minutes and then I got up. I went and picked up my daughter, brought them back, and then I could not go back to sleep. That is the most frustrating and irritating thing ever because I have so much stuff to do. I had to run my kids around. I was going to take them to the pool. We were going to go to the gym. We were going to do a whole bunch of stuff today, but man, I just kept trying to sleep. I could not sleep. It was really aggravating. And then I said, you know what? What should I do? Be completely out of it on the stream, which I am kind of all anyway, but more than usual. Or should I rest and do the smart choice and take better care of myself? I went with that one. So I slept for an extra, couple hours there. I slept for about 5 hours, finally here before the stream. And then I was good to go. Powered up, feeling good. We got lots of cool stuff going tonight. We're going to be playing some we're going to play some Fallout 76. Then we're going to try to squeeze in some Astroneer and a really cool game that I love the commercial for. Has a fantastic commercial for it. I don't know if I'm going to play the commercial, but we'll try it out. It is called Raid Shadow Legends, and it's on mobile. I like to try everything out, man. I have all the consoles. I have PC, and of course, I have mobile. So, you know what? I'm a gamer's gamer, right? I like all the different, try all the different type of stuff. I don't care about, platforms and all that stuff. That's irrelevant to me. It's all about the games. It's all about hanging out with you guys, bringing you a little positivity into your day, bringing you a little bit of love, or all the love you guys have shown me. So many amazing things are happening for me this year. Just on a whole nother level. Right now, I just started the stream, already on the front page, already on the recommended tab from Twitch. Thank you so much. Much love. It's all because of you. All because of the people who come in my channel every single time, coming in, showing that love over and over again, hitting that follow button, hitting that subscribe button, going out there, showing the love to my mods to get them to TwitchCon because I didn't want to miss a day. I promised that I would stream every single day. Every day. And I try to come through on my promises, but sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes life can be really difficult, especially when you have medical conditions like me, sleep apnea and vertigo. You have little life likes to remind you, hey, guess what? Haha, did you forget about these medical conditions? There you go. It likes to give you a little, every now and again. And I think that's the most frustrating thing in my life right now is the inability to be super consistent, to be always sure that I'm going to get up in the morning and that I can sleep in a regular schedule and all of that stuff. I think that's probably the most frustrating thing, that I can say to my kids, hey, we're going to go to the pool today, and then be able to do so. And when I can't do that, it just, it hurts me too. I want to go to the pool. It's not like I don't want to go. I love the pool. I love anything to do with water, going to the beach, you name it. You say, hey, Kismet, we're going to the water. Boom, I'm down. Let's go, baby. Let's get that surfboard out. Let's get the boogie boards out. Let's even get a skim board where you can skim across the waves. Let's get in the boats. Let's get in the sea-doos. Let's do it, man. Let's get the pontoon boat out there, the party boat. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's have some party action. I'm down for all of that. I'm up now because of my sleep apnea. Yeah, they call me Taj. I feel you, man. I feel you. But you got to be smart about that health. You got to look yourself in the mirror every day. This is what I'm doing right now. Look yourself in the mirror. Boy, did I really felt sick today. I really felt like I was having trouble breathing. I was feeling sick, but also I'm going through withdrawals, man. This is what happens when you stop eating a lot of candy and sweets and sugar and all of that soda and whatnot. You go through a deep withdrawal, and that's also what's happening to me this week because I have stopped drinking soda for a while. I can have it anytime I want, but I don't want that. I already lost like 3 or 4 pounds just in this week, which is pretty cool already. So I went to the gym, worked out, started eating better right here. Got the water, drinking water and orange juice. right? Having my strawberries and grapes, right? Substituting out those bad foods for good foods. Substituting is fantastic. I find it's pretty great. And I mean, it's really rough. And today was that rough day. But you know what? Once you get past that first week, second week, third week, it starts to lessen a little bit. And then as the further out you get, the less it is and the less of a withdrawal that your body goes through. It's really scary, actually. It's really scary how much of a withdrawal that you go through, especially since I don't sleep in a normal cycle, right? I can't sleep like everybody else. I'm jealous of my wife. My wife's head hits a pillow, bam. She's asleep, bro. I am very envious of that. One of my daughters, my twins, boom, instantly hits that bed. She is asleep. And then she can, anybody got kids? Put a one in the chat if this is also, and I saw those ones, by the way. Put a one in the chat if this is, if you have a kid that can sleep anywhere, right? If they're in the car, they're asleep. They could be sitting on the chair, asleep. They could be sitting in a rocket ship, and they would be asleep. They can just sleep anywhere. I'm very, or they're like at the table, right? They're asleep. They're in a chair outside. They're asleep. My daughter can do that, and I'm very impressed by that. And that's, those are morning people, right? Morning people, I find, are typically people who have really good ability to sleep. She, man, right when it's bedtime, man, she's out. She's out, gets up early in the morning, gets her day going. This guy is not a morning person. I'm like, Kismet zombie in the morning. I mean, it takes me a while, right? It's almost like I got to crank up my brain first to get it going, to get going in my day. But we're going to have a fun time tonight. And let me, of course, shout out the heroes behind the stream. And that's these people right here. Of course, we've got Chewy, Nooshki, Gwen, Monsterholic. We've got Scorched Dragon, Josie, and of course, Wrath of Wall. Show them lots of love in the chat. We're trying to raise some funds. It's something I do every single year. 4 to 6 months I spend every single year. You're like, Kismet, dang. You spend 4 to 6 months of your life every year raising funds to take your mods to TwitchCon? Yep. Because you know what I'm trying to do in my life? I'm going to do kind things for other people every day of my life. And right now, working on my health. And every time, I'm going to do something kind for myself. Every time I see myself in the mirror, I say, take better care of yourself. I keep reminding myself. And you know what? Finally got up here, got ready, had myself some grapes, got myself some water. Looking good. Also starting the juicing tomorrow. I've been trying to start it for the last couple days, but tomorrow we're going to get the green juice going on, the carrot juice, all of that. We're going to do that for about 30 days. Well, it's going to give us another 10 pounds down. We're going to keep going to the gym with my buddy Corey over there. I was editing that video a little bit yesterday. We'll get that together, and we're going to get it going. Now, if you want to join me, Nooshki, and some of my other mods with a gym pack, come on with us. Come on with us. Start reducing that soda. I'm not going to tell you to stop stuff. I'm not going to tell you to go on a diet. You know what? That's a bunch of BS. I see that stuff all the time. Here's your magic pill that makes it happen. No, there is no magic pill for life. There is no magic beans that makes life easier. What makes life easier is you making good choices, and that's not easy. That's hard. That's hard. When you see the wife and family there drinking some, because my kids are young. My kids can drink, we only let them drink a little bit of soda. So they can drink soda, and it's not going to be nothing because they're active and they're young, and, they got that young metabolism. But as you get older, man, it's like all of a sudden it's like, right? Your metabolism gets less and less and less, and you got to work harder and harder and harder to keep it going. And I'm like me, if I stop working out for like 2-3 months, bam, I'm going to get 10 pounds just because I'm sitting around, because I'm not burning off that extra energy. That fat is not fat. It's extra energy. Think of it as batteries that you're carrying around that you have to burn. And then as you burn that, boom, it'll start to go away. You'll start feeling better. Being overweight is miserable. I was 70 pounds overweight. And I've lost 40 pounds originally, and then I lost another 10 pounds. I've gained that 10 pounds back. I think about 10, 15 pounds back. And so just because I didn't work out during the winter time, I was busy working. But man, was I incredibly, I'm having an amazing success here on Twitch, for me anyway, with all the love from Twitch, from all the love from you guys. I mean, it's one of my best years ever in terms of people coming in my channel and hitting 1 million views and hitting 250,000 time watched and all of that. It's all because of you guys. And I appreciate it. And if I talk about it too much, I'm going to get all Get a little dust. Get a little dust in my eyes. So again, if you do enjoy the stream, please do me a favor. Consider dropping $1 or $2. Every dollar does make a difference. You're like, Kismet, you're a sellout. Only for my mods. Only for my mods would I go above and beyond, because you know what? You should always, I consider my mods family. More than just friends. I consider them part of my family here. So make sure to just, you have an extra $1 or $2, donate it to the stream. Know that it goes directly to them. All right? And that's I just shouted out, a couple times this stream. I don't shout out every 2 minutes, but you get the idea. All right, let's play some games. Oh wait, I forgot to shout out everybody in the stream. All right, who's helping me tonight? I'm so turned around today. Let's see. Gwen was coming in early. I don't know. She probably had to go. And Jessme, then Gabe Killer, then Crazy coming in, helping me out. A lot of other awesome stuff coming. New merch coming for you guys. Working on that with my buddies over at Stream Elements. Man, I love those guys over there. They are so fantastic. If you just do me a favor, just check them out. Go to streamelements.com if you're a streamer. Go over there, get on the Discord and say, hey, Kismet sent me over here. He sent me over here. I use something else. I use this bot or that bot, and your mother's bot, the giraffe bot. I used to have 25 bots in my stream. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare to keep this stream going. I tell you, it was evil. Because I'd always have one bot going off, or this going off, or the thing would get messed up, or whatever. Look at those biddies coming in. Thank you, FMB. Know that those biddies also are going toward my mods as well. Thank you so much for those 500 bits. I'm going to replay that. You know I am. I love it when you guys show the love to my mods. Appreciate it. So, yeah. I've forgotten what I was talking about. But you get the idea. Let's get into it. Let's get into saying hello to everybody in the chat. This is one of my favorite parts of the stream, by the way, saying hello to you guys. Hey, Raz, what's up? I see you. First person in the chat. Pancakes coming in saying hi. Pancakes. I'm working on that Overburdened with Kizcaps t-shirt for you, bro. I'm working on that. I'm going to get that in my new merch store. We'll get that going, man, if you want to snatch one of those up. That's one of my favorite shirts, by the way. And I'll even put the new Kizcap design on there for you. How about that? I'll even update the design for you. Decker Kane coming in, showing the love, getting that hype going. Jessme saying, let's get those retweets going on. That's right. The more retweets you do, the more rewards you get here in the stream. Get those Kizcaps, win those epic giveaways. What's new with Fallout 76? That is a great segue. We're going to come back to that in just a moment. Getting those tweets on, Look at you guys go, rocking those tweets. Nice, nice. Again, if you get them going here at the first part of the stream, you will start to double and triple up those caps. So you guys are earning them a lot more. Starburst. Yeah, stab yourself, please. That's what it is. Stab yourself, please. I had to think about that for a second. A whole bunch of numbers. All right, I hope your cat's not dancing on your keyboard. Dancing on the keyboard. All right, hold on. They call me Taj saying, yay. Mr. Magala coming in. We see you a lot, man. It's good to see you. Mrs. Kismet, thanks for Kismet back up to the stream for us. Oh, yeah, my wife is always backing me up. She's always looking after me. She gets worried about me a lot of times. Pushing myself like I am right now. I'm really pushing myself big time. But I got to get these loot drops out. I got to get this, get those dollar bills for my mods so we can get that done. We got to get the updates. We got to get the merch. We got to get all that stuff going because you know what? I hate stuff when it runs behind. I love to deliver on stuff. So there you go. I say if I'm going to do it, I try to deliver as much as I can, but it is a lot of effort, a lot of time. Sugar withdrawals are hell. I'm having problems tolerating mask. With the sleep apnea. Yeah, I have a big overbite, so it actually made me feel like I was going to suffocate, so I couldn't sleep. So it's not good for me, but it is actually great after you get used to it. Depending on which kind of attachment you have for sleep apnea with a CPAP machine, it can really, really help a lot. Of course, work with your doctor. There are different attachments. If the one you have that doesn't work, they do have different styles of it. Hopefully, it does help you a lot more. I also find losing weight did help a lot. I could sleep better in better positions. So, adjusting your diet, counting your calories is very vital in reducing that weight. So it also helps your sleep apnea as well. It can help other conditions too. If you have a lot of other medical conditions that you're taking pills for or whatnot, and you're fairly overweight, you've got, 50, 75, 100, 200 pounds. That you have to reduce, take it slow though. It took you a while to gain that weight. Don't try to burn it off in a day, right? Don't go to the gym and kill yourself. My legs have been killing me all week, by the way. They finally still feel better since Monday. today. I mean, my legs were like sticks. I couldn't even move them. So I was trying to move around today. So on top of going through sugar withdrawals, I'm also killing myself at the gym, but I try to do my best. You're busy hibernating. I know, I hibernate in the winter. It's just too cold for me. I don't like cold. I'm from California. I got thin blood. What can I say? You were the first to retweet. Well, thank you, Raz. I know you're always backing me up every single time. You know I'm going to send you something special in your Kismet loot drop. You know I will. You know I'm going to add a little extra something for you being here all the time. I appreciate you big time. I want to hear the story behind these loot drops, drama, and everything. Oh, it's going to be an epic... It's going to be an epic tale of woe for Kismet. Oh, my gosh. Over a year now. Over a year of just... You got to think of how many hours I've spent on it, too. Thousands of hours just invested. You got just insane amount of hours. And just people dropping the ball here, dropping the ball there. Try to get a new logo done, dropping the ball. Try to get some other stuff done, dropping the ball. I mean, even my cosplay that I tried to get done for last year's TwitchCon, dropping the ball. And the same person who was supposed to be working on stuff for my loot drops, dropped the ball. I mean, it's an awesome tale. You're going to enjoy it. I didn't enjoy going through it, but you're going to enjoy it as a bystander, and all of that. And of course, I'll take you behind the scenes and all the cool stuff that I've been working on, and whatnot. I'll try to keep it short though. I don't like to make, 4-hour videos. I like to, unless it's just me streaming, but if it's like an overview, it's usually between 8 and 10 minutes. So I try to keep it small, cut out all the fluff. Just get straight to it, like my guides. I like, when I'm watching someone tell me something about something, right? I'm watching a guide on something like Fallout 4 or whatever it is. I want them to just get to the point and give me the meat, right? Give me the meat. Don't prattle on for a half hour. Just get to it. Like, we're going to get to some gaming here in a second. Let's see. I wanted to do the vending machine thing, but I thought my things around camp might be stolen, like purified water. No, you got to think that all that stuff is instanced. All that stuff is instance, containers are instance and all that stuff. I believe that purified water is the same way. I have not tested it though. You know what? I should test that with my crew one day. Mods, put a Kiz reminder in there to test if people take your purified water out of the purifier. Do you lose the purified water, or does everybody get their own instance of that purified water? That would be a fantastic test. In fact, they call me Taj. No, wait, hold on. I'm not just going to give it Taj. I'm going to give it the whole chat 1,000 extra Kiz caps because of they calls me Taj. Fantastic question. So show him some love. He just earned you an extra 1,000 Kiz caps here in the stream. So there you go. All right, speaking of playing games, let's go. This is to you all, to your health. God, I'm glad I postponed the stream. Otherwise, I'd be really, really dizzy right now. Oh, here comes those biddies. Here they come. All right, let's replay that. I at the beginning of the stream, I usually chat with people, and then I replay. Yes, we can, FMB. We can build our way to TwitchCon. There you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. If you got extra biddies, if you got an extra $1 that you can drop on the stream, please consider doing so on behalf of my mods. I appreciate you all being here. If you're coming in from the homepage, my name is Kismet. They call me the Wasteland Tycoon. You saw me in my overseer's office. Nobody else has an overseer's office here on Twitch, just me. In fact, let me dazzle you a little bit. Here in the stream. Where is it at? If I can find it. Watch this. Bam! Who else has got a red arrow to point stuff out to you right over here? Look at this. Check it out. There's Vault 51, the new thing. There's my noggin. Up here, of course, there's my epic mods. Look at that. I had this in my stream 4 years ago. You see it in somebody else's stream. You say, hey, wait a minute. You copied that from Kismet. That's right. Helps me point stuff out. Like right here, trying to unlock that sub goal. 121 and 150, trying to rock that. And then over here, look at these biddies. So I try to go above and beyond in my stream. One of the things that I noticed when I was first watching Twitch is people would explain stuff and they go so fast that you miss what the heck they did. So I try to slow down a little bit here on stream to show you guys, as well as I will point stuff out with my little arrow there, which is a lot of fun. Sometimes, even though the wasteland's on fire, boom, it starts to snow. I don't know why. It suddenly starts to snow in the wasteland. I don't know. But it does. And then all of a sudden, Kismet comes along with his ultimate power, and he goes, And then all of a sudden the snow goes away, just like that. Isn't that amazing? You're like, Kismet, that's nothing, bro. That's nothing. Let me go ahead and dazzle you some more. You ready? Watch this. Who else has got a stealth boy? Only me. Let's do it. Oh. Uh-oh. Hold on, mods. Did you change the batteries on my stealth boy? Uh-oh. I don't think they did. Hold on. Let me press it. Oh, wait. There's a loose wire. Let me adjust this wire. Let me do this thing. Okay. I think it's working now. Hold on. Let's try it. Woo! There we go. That was close. I was almost stuck as in stealth boy. That'd be a rough stream all time. So there you go. I have a bunch of other graphics too. Even a dancing dragon. There we go. Let's get that hype going today. I feel like dazzling you guys a little bit. I have so much stuff in the works right now. I wish I could show it all to you right now, but there's only one Kismet. I only got so much time. Man, what is this signing in every time stuff? Hold on. Let me do this backdrop. You know what? I'm gonna contact Bethesda about that. I keep getting that thing every time. There we go. All right, let's get into it. Obviously, if you're a streamer, by the way, make sure you have something to block your screen when you're typing in your passwords and stuff. Just a heads up. Heads up. I've been trying 76 this week. Been a little slow. Yeah, in the beginning, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Now, I'm a huge Fallout fan, and I'm a fan of Bethesda as well. I'm actually partnering with Bethesda. They've given me codes before and a bunch of loot at TwitchCon. I appreciate them big time. But I'll tell it to you straight that at the beginning of the game, the storyline's a little slow. The breadcrumbing is not as great as Fallout 4, and especially not as great as something like New Vegas or Fallout 3. I think it suffers from that it doesn't just grab you into the story right away. I think they should actually add something down the road that grabs you right away and drops you into the story, just like in Fallout 4, right? When you start Fallout 4, baby, man, they drop you right in the story. When you do Fallout New Vegas, boom, they drop you right in the story, right? And they get you involved. They get you invested in the story. Now, this particular Fallout 76 is a very different take on Fallout. And it's kind of a left turn, which, turned a lot of people off. And that's why I got a lot of backlash, as well as online games. When they launch, they're going to have bugs. They're going to have issues. They're going to have servers disconnecting and all of that stuff. That's going to happen. This is their first online game. Temper your expectations. But other than those things, I really enjoyed playing the game. I think it's really fun. I loved Fallout 4 because of the camps and all that kind of stuff. I love the building or the settlements where you could build up your settlements and you can make massive settlements like a Spectacle Island. Even in vanilla, the original version of Fallout 4, you can build a massive base there. It was a lot of fun. I love building. Building is incredibly fun. In Fallout 4. Especially you add mods later on, which remove the limit. You can build as big as you want. Be careful, though. You build after a certain point, it'll start getting really, really laggy depending on your machine. And that's why, of course, they have those build limits in the first place. That's why they have the stash limits. That's why they have limits to everything, is because at some point, it's going to break the game when it's too much resources, right? So they don't just do it arbitrarily. They're like, hey, well, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and, add this limit for no reason whatsoever. There is always, they always, on their end, they want it to be infinite as well. They want you to have infinite graphic and infinite ability to build, an infinite amount of stuff that you can have and all of that stuff. Because they played the game too, right? They are not only gamers, they are not only just developers, but they're gamers who make games. And that's why I give them love. Wow, Raz going to sleep already. Well, thank you, Raz, for coming in and supporting here at the top of the stream. You have a great night. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it big time. Now let's take a look at what we got. So we got, of course, again, remember, you're getting a free trial of Nuclear Winter and you're getting a free trial of Fallout 76 and Nuclear Winter pre-beta sneak peek. So you can jump in for free right now. So if you got a PC, download the Bethesda launcher, boom, jump in the game, play for free, give it a try. Maybe go back to it if you've already owned it, as well as on console, PS4, and on Xbox. You can play it totally for free. So give it a go. Hey, I love anything to do with Fallout. I'm a huge Fallout fan. So I have, I have a little rose-colored glasses when it comes to the game, right? So, and also I've been around for a while. I was there when WoW launched. I was there when Star Wars The Old Republic launched. I was there when Guild Wars 2 launched and Guild Wars 1 launched and Ultima Online launched and so on and so forth and see on and on and on and on. And I know that train wreck that is online games that happens to every single one. 99.9% of all online game launches or there's always some sort of servers, always some sort of problems. I tempered my expectations. Now, if you haven't checked it out, and I'm going to go ahead and link it here in the chat for you, which is pretty cool. They came out with the patch notes. I'm going to go ahead and throw it right in here. Bam, there you go. They came out with the patch notes, and we're going to take a look at that here. But let's go ahead and continue into the game. Let's get in. Again, not sure I'm going to get in a nuclear winter. Today, it might be on Friday or Saturday with my crew. I see my crew's not in right now because I'm starting real late. But we'll get back to it. So I wanted to point some of this stuff out to you guys. Of course, they have a nuclear winter, which is a BR mode also, and they talk a bunch about that. But the cool stuff that I saw kind of further down in the patch notes, it's shining in my face, why my face is all lit up, is that they have a bunch of combat improvements, including showing damage numbers, which is super cool. They have drawing and holstering pistols. Now you can get them more quickly into the sights. They have scope weapons, can transition quickly. You can sprint right after you fire your weapon. That's one of the things that I found. There's a lot of lag between switching weapons and sprinting or doing stuff like stem packs after you're using your weapons. And they've listened to that feedback and they're fixing it. Oh my gosh, an actual game company that listens to feedback? You know what? Every time that I see that people send in feedback and Bethesda fixes it, that is points in their favor, right? That's points in their favor for me, right? I don't get on the hate train and whine and complain and, I've been around. I'm old. I'm the OG. I'm the original gamer. Since before a lot of people were even born. I'm a very unapologetic gamer. I will say to anybody and everybody that I love playing games. And you should not have to hide something you love to do, right? Unless, make sure it's something respectful and positive. But you should not have to hide. If you love gaming and other people don't like it, that's fine. I mean, you can agree to disagree, right? If other people like to sit there and watch the same old boring sitcom, my brain, I'm losing brain cells from watching this same sitcom over and over again. Unless it's really fantastic acting like Big Bang Theory or something awesome like Game of Thrones or something like that. Then, hey, then it's good. But if it's just the same old, the same old thing with different actors, there you go. Especially when it's poorly acted. That's really bad. So we can react more quickly, and then also we can take aim, so your look sensitivity, you can mess with that. They got an X input, so you can go ahead and toggle that in there as well. Targeting reticles will now show on the stream when you're in first person, which is awesome. And of course, they just have a ton of bug fixes in here. On the art, on the camp, on the combat, on the items, on the stability, on the user interface. They're crushing it, bro. They're crushing it in here. Just a lot of stuff that they've gone and fixed. And of course, a new video music has been added. Will play on the main menu to coincide with the arrival of nuclear winter. Updated visual effects when firing black powder weapons as well. There's a lot of stuff in there. I'm not going to go over all of it, but I would definitely go check it out. It is pretty great. Again, I give them big credit. I give them big credit for, one, not shying away from Fallout 76 at E3. That, mucho huevos, baby. Mucho huevos. That's some balls right there. That's some guts, right? To walk out on stage and face that backlash. Bro, that's much respect. That's much respect. You know how hard it is to admit you made a mistake? It's so hard, man. It's so hard to do that. It is hard to do that in life. It's hard to say, you know what? Are bad, right? No Man's Sky, Sea of Thieves, Fallout 76 in that line too, right? A lot of issues on launch. Right? And you think, oh, well, by today's day and age, right, we're 20 years in on MMOs and online games. You think there wouldn't have any issues. Of course they are. Of course they are. So, yeah, it's a little slow, but hang in there on the story, by the way. Hang in on the story. It's going to be pretty good. Kismet, you that triple OG. I am the original gamer from back in the day. The Odyssey, 1974, was it? I was like 5. I was like 5 years old when I started playing games. That's how old school. Even more before I became a graphic designer for the last 25, or I think it's 30 years now. I don't even know. It's a long time. After a while, you don't even, time distances, are hard to remember. For a long time. I've been playing games forever, since they started back in the day. The Odyssey was the original home game system where you had a little white square and you'd move it through the haunted house with these plastic things you put over your TV. It's old school. Look it up on Google. You'll check it out. It'd be like, oh my gosh, Kevin, that is high res, bro. That's all you had. That's the entire game was a white square. That was it. And you moved it through your TV. You had your little paddles, controllers. that you would do. Not like controllers like we do today, but your controllers like paddles and had a button on the side, or you had your joystick when the Atari came out. It was pretty cool with your one-button joystick, right? The old school. The old school. And of course, No Man's Sky came out. They said, you know what? Our bad. They put their heads down and they greatly improved that game. I did play it after they updated it. Very, very fun game. Incredibly great game. Same thing with Sea of Thieves. Came out, didn't have that much to do. People burned through the content. They said, no problem, heads down, got it going. And now it's a really popular game. Now people really love to play it. I love to watch people play it. I don't really like those type of games that your enjoyment is based on screwing over other people, right? And blowing up their ship and then grabbing their loot. Now, I don't mind, having a crew versus NPCs. Because, hey, screw NPCs. Blast them out of the sky. But other players who are sitting there and they might have spent the last 2 hours trying to get this special chest, and here they are trying to go turn it in, and here comes, 3 boats to blast them. It's not even fair. They're toast. They lost 2 hours of their life right there and may even end up quitting the game. I don't like those type of games because I'll get to a point where I'm like, it's not really worth my time, but I love to watch people play. It's very entertaining to watch. But it's not my type of game. I'm past the point in my gaming career or gaming sessions where I like to sabotage other people's fun, right? I don't sabotage other people's fun in any way. I don't like to go in and say, hey, that game sucks or this game sucks or whatever. If it sucks, I just don't even mention it most of the time. I will not even bring it up. It will not exist for me. I only play games that I enjoy. If you see me playing a game on stream, you know that I enjoy that game. I'm going to tell it to you straight if there's any issues with it, and so on. But I'm not going to get on the hate train. I'm not going to be abusive of the developers. I'm not going to, hold a chip on my shoulder. Fallout 76 had problems on launch. Man, I'm going to whine like a baby until the end of time. I'm going to hold on to it and poison my soul with it. Don't do that, everybody. Don't hold on to that anger, that fear, that resentment. You put it in your soul, and it just consumes it. It just darkens that soul. You carry it around with you always. You know what you do? You let that stuff go. You let it go. Maybe you had an argument with your spouse. Maybe you fought with one of your friends or whatever, and you're still holding on to that, whatever it was. You probably don't even remember what the fight was about. You probably don't even remember what it was about back in the day, right? How you got upset with somebody. You got to let it go. Whew. And you know what it does? It's going to take you about 10 pounds of soul weight off of you that you've been carrying around. You got to let it go, man. You got to let it go and move on, both in game and in real life. Don't get too crazy. Don't get too crazy. There's a lot of fun if you're teasing other people and saying, oh, man, I'm going to get you. You killed me. I'm going to come and get you now. That's funny. Now, if you get obsessive and you just keep killing that same person over and over and over and over, then you've crossed the line. Then you've got that vindictive nature. Revenge never works out. It's never gonna fill that hole that is there. What will fill that hole is to let it go. And you can fill that with something else. Fill it with love for other people. That's what I try to do. I try to let that stuff go. There we go. You're the Triple OJ. It had much potential. I would try it out, Asses guys. If you bought it originally and you still got it, I would update it and definitely play it. I played it after it was updated. I did not play it before because I didn't have enough time, number one, and all the backlash of it. But I did try it later, and it was a really fun game. Me and Big JP played it, and Rogue came in, and we all had a fun time. It's a multiplayer, too, so you get in there and you can build stuff up. Now, I don't like to be fast-tracked when I first play a game. They were way ahead of me because they played a lot of hours because I only got so much time in the day. Only so much time. All right, we got that done. Speaking of so much time, we got to get into our normal stuff. Now, pretty much every day in this game, and it's one of its drawbacks, and I'm just going to be honest, it is very tedious sometimes, is the fact that you have to micromanage all of your stuff. Now, I'm a super looter. I loot a lot of stuff, and I like to have lots of room because, I played Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 has massive, you can collect crazy tons of stuff in there, 25,000 items. And here in Fallout 76, it started with 400, but they did improve it to 600, and then now 800. They increased the size of your base as well from about 2 to 3 times the size. So they have improved it over time, but it still is an issue where you have to micromanage your stuff every single time I log in, which is rough. All right. Anything that's non-legendary, we're just going to start getting rid of straight away because we already got legendary items. And I don't really look all that much for stuff. But we have to figure out what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of. None of that stuff is tagged. Let's just sell all that stuff. Sell it all. All right. Bam. Yeah, so you have to decide. Now, in my stash right now, you can see that I'm at 800. So even though they increased it, it has gone in and still I filled it up. Because you use your stash also for your vendor. I wish they give you a separate thing for your vendor. That would be nice. Then you don't have to have it in your stash all the time because it limits what you can do. Now, one of the things, of course, is we're keeping certain stuff like my Ultra Power Armor in here, my Vault 76 jumpsuit. I don't want to get rid of that. That's like nostalgia, bro. I brought that out of the vault. I got my Tadpole uniform. I want to keep cool stuff like that. I find that you can't really keep too much stuff in this game. If you keep too much stuff, you're going to regret it down the road. Now, these are 3-star weapons right here. These are pretty nice, right? I want to keep those, but again, it's going to suck up part of my inventory. Same thing with the aid stuff here. I want to keep some of the stuff so I can make stuff later, but it is still, the biggest issue is the ability to keep enough stuff, enough aid stuff and enough junk and whatnot to craft the stuff that you want to craft down the road, or even just to repair the stuff that you have. So I have to make some hard choices, and I get to the point where I'm just tired of looking at stuff in there, and I just want to get rid of it. A good thing to do, of course, whenever you're doing stuff and you're collecting stuff, is to use your workbenches right away, especially something like food, because all your stuff is going to spoil over time. So there's no reason to keep it in your stash. Probably one of the biggest tips I can give you is not to keep stuff that's going to spoil in your cache. So you go in there and you want to, get that going, right? There we go. Made some braid fungus soup. It's going to last longer. Glowing meat here. That's now going to last longer, right? The raw stuff decays quicker, and then the other stuff will go slower once you kind of build it up. Now I'm not seeing anything in here. Yeah, look, all my stuff went bad. See, we didn't do it quick enough. I could see I had a bunch of that stuff. Bunch of that stuff has gone bad in my inventory. So you're like, Kismet, where does it go when it goes bad? Well, it actually goes into your aid here, and it goes way down here to the bottom. And you can see right here, look at that. Look how much stuff spoiled. All that stuff spoiled. Now, it is a huge bummer to collect that stuff, only to discover that it is now spoiled the next time you log in. So we should have done that last time, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be able to get by. And again, the thing that I would like to do is be able to put all the aid stuff in there and then deal with it later. But we have to deal with all the junk right now. Let's deal with that. So we got bone shards. So again, I keep about 50 of everything now. I find that I don't really use that much adhesive. I'm going to keep that. Let's see. Glass shards. That's a dime a dozen. Sometimes you get up to like 1,000 of that in your bank. Let's take that down. So you have to do this all the time. Constantly looking for resources and whatnot, or looking through your resources, taking them out and trying to, reduce them. But you can also stop collecting them. That also helps too. I mean, that's another way to reduce it. But again, this is probably my biggest issue, is the ability to collect as much stuff as I want so I can have it. Actually, I'm going to bring this down to 500 because this is just takes a lot of my playtime to keep this going. Acid is something you want to keep a lot of. Steel, wood, plastic, lead, adhesive. Those things you want to keep up pretty high. And I'll show you why here in just a second. All right, we got all of that. And then what we'll do is we'll go see if we can sell some to the vendor. If we can't sell it to the vendor, radiation removal. Yay, free radiation removal. If we can't sell it to the vendor, then we'll just drop it and give it to random players who will come along and hopefully find it and then be able to use it. Now, again, I always check the cash register here. People have a tendency to drop stuff in the cash register. But let's go ahead and go to the junk. Okay, so I can sell the silver scrap, get a little bit of caps for that. And then I got the sound off right now, by the way, because of the vendors. They're very annoying. They talk and talk and talk. So let's go ahead and just put all this stuff in here. I'm literally throwing this stuff away. I'm giving it away right now. I'm just dropping it. That's literally thousands of resources there. That's my time and effort thrown away because I don't have enough room in my inventory. But you got to make the hard choices both in game and in life. So there you go. Kismet, you tried Battle Royale net? I have not. I wanted to try it yesterday, but we were having so much fun yesterday, running around, getting into trouble. We had like someone double nuked our servers. So we were running around, grabbing a bunch of flux and battling all sorts of score speeds. I think we killed about 10 of them. I don't know. Score speeds left and right. We're having a great old time, blasting stuff. So we did not get to the BR next time. I will probably do the BR on Friday or on Saturday when my crew's on. My crew right now is not on. I want to go ahead and play with them. I know they've already played, and actually, I think a few of them already won BRs over there, which is pretty fun. Now, I don't need to be the Overseer. I already am the Overseer of Vault 45. Of course, coming from Fallout Shelter, which is one of my favorite games as well. And, of course, I've played the entire Fallout line. So we're going to go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Now, look at this. Look at this Exterminator's shotgun. Let's see, compare it to what I've got right now. So that's a level 20 weapon, though. That's not good. I've got a level 50 weapon. So, and it's a 1-star. Its damage is 28, and it's a rifle, not a shotgun. This is a shotgun and a rifle. They look the same, but know the difference. One's a rifle and one's a shotgun. So we're going to go ahead and trade that in for some legendary points. If you didn't see the new system they added, another home run for Bethesda here. They've been really adding, and this is what you got to do when you launch, and it's not a little rocky launch, is you got to start hitting those home runs, right? You got to start knocking them out of the park, right? The legendary vendor here, home run, knocked it out of the park. You can trade in the legendaries you don't want and get legendaries that you do want. Hopefully you can, it's like a... It's like you trade it in and you may get something nice, right? It's like a gamble to see if you get it. But hey, at least it's better than not being able to do that, right? Just to be able to, keep grinding through legendaries until you find the one you want. Here, when you trade that in that you're going to get a 3-star or 2-star or 1-star legendary that might be something you want. Maybe you don't want the weapon, but you're looking for armor, right? So you're going to find something pretty nice. Go ahead and drink some water here. There we go. So yeah, I have not tried the Battle Royale. We will try it this Saturday, so definitely come back for that. s.p.e.c.i.a.l coming in and says, Kiz is great at connecting with people and making an effort to understand people. Yeah, I think that my greatest ability, and you got to find out what your skills are in real life as well, is the ability to solve problems, right? I think as someone who's been a guild leader for over, 16 years with over 800 members, you can just imagine how many problems I've solved. People grabbing ore nodes, or I'm offline and WoW, and all of a sudden someone came in and ganked my member while he was trying to get an ore node for, this is like 3 silver they're fighting over. And then all of a sudden they bring their 4 friends, and then they get my guild members involved, and now I've got 10 people versus their 4 friends, and then they go get 10 more of their friends, and then my team comes in, and then it's like an all-out call. So-and-so is in danger, he needs help. Now, we always help each other, right? We're loyal to a T. Those are our 3 virtues in the guild: honor, loyalty, and respect, right? Those are the 3. We're known for it. We're known for it throughout all the games, that we follow those virtues and we look out for each other. And we even look out for people in the community as well. If they're in danger and they look like they're about to die, we will step in and we will help. But only if we think it's a last resort, right? Normally, you don't want to help people unless they ask for it, or unless you think they're in dire circumstances where they've just got so many mobs on them that you think they would die, or they die and you go over and you help them res. That's what we try to do. But what happens sometimes is all of a sudden I log in and here we are, 100 versus 100, battling it out in World of Warcraft. I'm like, what are you guys doing? What is going on in here? So I'll find out what I've gone. I got 53 messages. People have been texting me. People have been emailing me. There's something going on in game. I'll come in game, and then I'll contact their guild leader. I'll get the people who are involved, who started it originally. I'll see if any of my officers were on, who should have stopped it straight away. And so on and so forth. And that's what you do as a leader, right? That's what you do. So, and I find that the greatest thing that I do is I try to make everybody else more awesome, right? A lot of what happens with times when you become a leader is you get an ego, right? You get this chip on your shoulder. Well, I'm the best, and I'm the best out of the entire guild, and I should get all the best loot, and it's all about me. If you go into being a leader that way, people hate you because you're an a-hole. I'm sorry, that's the truth. If you're just thinking about yourself all the time and what you get out of it, you're a terrible leader. Good leaders put amazing people together and just watch the magic happen. And you're like, well, Kismet, how do you know? I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times. People that I didn't even know who started in the guild, level 1, I'll start a new character, we'll level up together. And by the way, we're going to play some classic WoW. If you want to be around the best team ever, who's going to back you up, who's going to show you that respect, that loyalty, and that love along the way, and of course, honor as well, consider joining the group. Consider joining the group this August. I have decided that we're going to fire back up our WoW Classic, and we're going to get it going. Just so you know, I have not played WoW since the end of Classic. That is the last time I've played. I'm going to start a new character, and we're going to play through again. It's going to be super fun. I already know it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome with my crew. I love that original feeling of WoW, the classic WoW, when you first started off and you're wandering around and you're getting ore and all that. Now, it's been so long that I barely remember any of those quests. So it's going to be like all brand new to me because I totally forget. But I still do have my original character from Classic WoW. I even called up WoW and talked to one of the GMs there. And he was so excited, man. That dude, he was like beyond himself. He's like, oh my gosh, this is an untouched Classic account. It's never been touched since the end of Classic. Oh my gosh. And you got a Murky and you got all that stuff because you get a little Murloc, a little dancing Murloc with a cat, a little hat and dancing, from TwitchCon. From TwitchCon, or not TwitchCon, from BlizzCon, the original BlizzCon. I have the original Murky from that back in the day because I did go to the original BlizzCon. I still got all the loot from BlizzCon, by the way. I got it in a bag over there. I'll have to eBay that for people who really appreciate it. Because it's just sitting, it's been sitting there for 10 years in a box, in a box, in a bag, in a box, like that. So there we go. So, it's that kind of thing. I find that any game is more fun with friends. When you have a lot of friends, especially here in 76, it is a lot more fun with friends. So I suggest it's free right now until Monday. You can download it through the Bethesda launcher on PC or on Xbox or PS4. I have them all. I even have the Switch. Is Fallout 76 on the Switch? I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't know until right now. Mods, go look that up. Is it on the Switch yet? I don't know. I bet you got Skyrim on the Switch, though. That'd be a fun one to play on the Switch. That'd be really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and, again, see, look, we're already overburdened here. We want to probably sell our purified water. Let's try to make ourselves some caps here. Today, we're going to be doing a bit of just getting the cash money, that kind of stuff. I'll show you how I make my money. I'll show you what I keep and what I don't keep. Micro-organizing my inventory. Now, look, I've got some more inventory back here so I can keep stuff. Now, I find one of the things you want to do is just, it's easier just to take all the stuff out. It's easier just to take it out and put back in what you want to keep, and then what you don't want, sell it to the vendor, right? Don't keep it around. You can also, keep it in your storage and sell it to random people who are going to come to your base, but I find that it's not worth it. Not worth it. Just get it out of there. There we go. All right, because it just sucks up all your space. Now, a Dictol, that's a good one to keep, right? So we're going to go ahead and put that back in the storage. Bobbleheads, we're going to put that in our vendor over there so we can sell that. The vending system, another home run, right? I think that's a home run. Also, I've been hearing that the BR mode is really, really fun. I've been hearing a lot of feedback from other Fallout players. They have been enjoying it. So you never know. That might be a home run for them as well. So big congrats on that to Bethesda. So we got some soup here that we want to keep. We're going to go ahead and use that. I've really not used this cream here, so I'm going to keep that. Crispy squirrel bits, that's food. Let's keep that. Daddy-O is like an enhancement. We can keep that, but yeah, I'm not going to use it. Dandy Boy apples, am I going to use that for something? Maybe. I might use it. But I doubt it. I'm just going to get rid of that. Dirty water, that we can convert. Disease cure, absolutely. Glowing blood. Look how many that I got. 98. By the way, look how much of my stash that takes up. So half of my stash is junk. Half of my stash is this aid stuff. So good to know what you got in the stash, right? Glowing blood pack. We'll have to look at that. Glowing mask. We want to keep those. Those are items that we need for the higher end stuff. Glowing meat steak. We'll keep that. That's food. We're going to use that up. Great purple bubble gum. 5% slower hunger and thirst for 2 minutes. We might just eat that. Gumdrops, honey, we're going to keep that. Invert flux. Now, it's probably a good idea to keep that because it does act as water, but I'm generating a ton of purified water. It's sucking up my space. It has a weight of 0.20, but watch how much when I put it in there, right? 639 right now. Bam! Look how much room that just took up, right? I would rather have that room for other resources and other foods and stuff that I can do. I'm going to get rid of that. Ionized meat. I might be able to cook something with that. Might keep it, but that's 63 of that, right? And that's half a weight. So that means that's 33 weight right there in my inventory. 33 weight in my stash. You gotta really go into it. Look, cauliflower flour, right? Look over here. See this condition? That means it's rotting away right now. It's going to rot away and be gone. You might as well sell it to the vendor if you're not going to use it. Med-X, plus 25% damage resist, 5 minutes increases hunger and thirst. Get rid of it. I don't use it. Nuka, just because of the nostalgia feature, I keep that. Plus, it also boosts your action point regen. That I will actually keep. Pepper, I'm just going to keep it because I don't know what you do with it yet. And I'm pretty bad about using buffs. I typically don't. Because, it's a whole system in itself. You got to try to save all that loot. You got to try to make all that stuff. And it's a lot of time and effort to collect it and do it. And you don't really have that much space in your inventory. So I haven't done it in Fallout in a very long time. I don't use Psycho. I don't use Psycho buff and all that stuff. But it does make a difference. It definitely can improve your gameplay. It can save you. At that last minute, you drop your Psycho and bow, bow, bow. You can, blast them and survive. It does make a difference in the end. Especially early on when you're still leveling up and you're taking on higher level mobs than you and you haven't quite built up all your perks and that kind of stuff. It can make a difference. If you like doing that, more power to you. Go for it. So I saved a bunch of stuff here. You can see I saved my rat away, of course. I only have one rat X, so I'm going to save this diluted because I have been using that a lot when I'm going in the radiation zones now, the higher level zones. We've got tea there that we can go ahead and eat. The diluted one I'm going to get rid of. Super stem packs, getting rid of them. Sugar here, let's keep that. Toxic water, I don't even know what that's for, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it anyway. Vegetable medley, and of course, my stem packs, right? Now, I stopped taking my stem packs off of me. I would normally take them off, but what happens is it unfavorites them. Now, in Fallout 4, when you accidentally take something out and you put it in your stash or in your workbench, they call it in that, and then you put it back in, it automatically knows that you had already favored it. For some reason here in Fallout 76, it does not remember. So if you take your weapon out and then take it back in, and then you're out there fighting, you're like, why is my weapon not coming up? I'm pressing the button on the side of my mouse, or in my case, I have a Naga. I have a Razer Naga. So I'm pressing the buttons on the bottom of my mouse, but it ain't working. Why is it not working? What the heck, right? That's because it is unfavorited itself. So always recheck when you start every day. So there we go. That's what I would keep. Just to keep your stash down, keep your normal stuff that's common items and junk down to 50. Keep your other stuff. The only thing that you want to max out is adhesive, acid, lead, plastic. I got lead and plastic. Yeah, those things. Those are the things. Do not throw that away for any reason, unless you have an abundance. Unless you have 1,000 of that, then it'd be pretty harsh. But I would suggest make stuff from it to reduce the weight. And we're going to do that here in just a second as well. But let's go ahead and get rid of all this extra loot. Now, the hardest thing to do is not to accidentally sell the stuff I do want to keep. Oh, blood pack. I actually want to keep that. We'll try to make some stem packs. Let's go ahead and sell this. Now, watch out, because sometimes what this will do is go whoop and jump up to here. So watch out for that. So I typically try to keep my cursor in there so I can sell this stuff. And there's stuff you can make with all of this, just so you know. And this stuff actually has a time and place for when it does actually work. I'm using the lead belly as well, so I can eat potato crisps and preserved Instamash, and it would be just fine. But I don't want to save it. I want to clear my inventory. I need space. I don't want to run around overburdened, though I'm usually overburdened within 5 or 10 minutes of actually running around anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and sell that. Like super stem packs, see, that's something to sell normally in your vendor, right? How much does that weigh? 1.5. So if I keep that, that's going to be like 16, weight out of my inventory. And each one of those things are precious. Each one of those points are precious to me here in 76. So I've got to get rid of that. So that's got to go. I would rather not have it than have it sucking up all my space. Oh, I still didn't get rid of that. I thought I got rid of that. And there we go. So also make sure that you go into miscellaneous. Make sure you don't have any miscellaneous like these burnt textbooks and stuff. That stuff can suck up space. You won't even know it. You won't even know it. It'll be hiding in there. Let's see. Junk. We got raw asbestos. Let's go ahead and sell that. Stable cobalt flux. I do not want to sell that one. That one I don't want to sell. That one I definitely want to keep. Let's put that away in the thing. All right, so we've got some other stuff that we want to sell. So again, the legendary or the player vending, home run Bethesda, incredibly great job. Again, I am the worst kiss butt ever because I just tell it straight. If people say I don't like to, deceive people. I don't have an ulterior motive or anything like that. I just tell it like it is because I'm at the age where I answer to no one. I answer to no one. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to be straightforward. I'm not going to fool around with all that ridiculous, trying to be a secret agent and, just saying stuff for money and all of that. That's a waste of my time. Waste of my time. So the other thing we can't sell, by the way, if you notice there, is the inverted flux. So when we try to go in here and we try to sell, it doesn't show up there to sell. So I'm also going to just go ahead and make somebody's day, hopefully, by dropping 246 inverted flux right there into this thing. So there we go. So another way of doing the same thing, you're like, Kismet, you still got a lot of stuff in your inventory. What are you going to do with that? Well, some of the things, of course, you want to start by repairing your weapons. You want to do that every day because your weapons do burn down. They have a condition. They do burn down very, very quickly. Now, they've kind of changed it around a little bit, so it's a little awkward, but you hit T to inspect, R to repair. So just remember TR on all your weapons every single time you log in, or maybe when you're logging out, right? It depends on when you do it or when you're in the middle of gameplay and your weapons start getting messed up. Get that going on. Then, the other thing, armor over here. Same thing, modify, repair. Then we're going to go down here, right? TR. That one's good. TR. Nope, looking good. Oh, look at that. My power armor's been taking a hit. My power armor's been absorbing all that damage. So no damage to my actual gear. The other thing, of course, speaking of power armor, is you want to go ahead and pull your power armor out as well. Because what this is going to do is going to burn up some of those resources that you've been using as well. Now, if you get into here, it has a great function to switch to modify. I love that function. And again, TR and so on. TR. Wow, really? Wow. Oh, there's something that needs something. There we go. I was like, wow, my thing is barely damaged. Oh, wow. All right. All that battle, and that's as much damage as it took? Okay. I'll take it. And again, let's go ahead and get rid of this legendary. And again, you can keep trading it in, then go to the legendary vendor, and then trade it in for a really epic weapon. So it's like you're working toward it. You're working toward it. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Hey, what are you doing with your mods in your chest and in your inventory? I'm going to adjust all of that stuff here in just a second. You'll see. You'll see. But first, let's go ahead and get rid of this one right here that we don't need. There we go. Now we're getting to 81. You can't see it here, but right behind me it says 81. When I get to 100, I can try to get a 3-star weapon. 3-star legendary weapon. And I'm trying to get a 3-star legendary combat explosive shotgun. If I get that, I rule the wasteland. I'm going to rule the wasteland anyway. Don't call me the Wasteland Tycoon for nothing. That's right. I'm rocking my fashionable glasses, rocking it there. Now here, just like Lordix did. By the way, if you're coming in from the homepage, my name's Kismet. Welcome to the stream. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm probably most known for Fallout. Now, if I could blow your mind right now, I want you to hit that follow button. And I also want you to consider dropping $1 toward my mods to get to TwitchCon. Let's do it right now. I'm going to blow your mind. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. Let's get over here. Now, again, my guy that wears the fashionable glasses and, of course, yellow fedora. Now, if I suddenly, out of nowhere, could have some fashionable glasses on, then you got to hit that follow button. That's right. I rock the glasses. I rock the fashionable glasses, and I don't care who knows it. There you go. So this is part of my cosplay I do at TwitchCon of the Wasteland Tycoon, which is pretty awesome. If you see me in my yellow fedora, my blue suit, and my red tie, you know you've seen me wandering around. I don't know if you were at last year's TwitchCon and you saw my mods wandering around with their yellow hats as well. That was all part of raising funds for my mods. And of course, the condition of that is I had to dress up as the Wasteland Tycoon. I'm not a cosplayer. I don't typically do cosplay, but I always come through on what I say I'm going to do. So there you go. Or at least I try to anyway. There we go. WoW was never my thing. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. It was a really fun game. I always enjoyed it, but I never played it past Classic. We went on to other things. Now Fallout 76 is on the Switch. Yeah, I don't think so. Hey, what are you doing with your mods and chest inventory? Oh, yeah, we're working on that. So, yeah, the other thing we want to do here is look through all of our other stuff. Let's see. Let's go to our stash. I like actually looking through my stuff in the stash. I feel it's much better than the actual Pip-Boy. The reason why, and I used to use a mod that did this very thing that's right here, is it's much bigger. Right? You can see more items at once. There's a fantastic mod in Fallout 4 that makes your interface much bigger in your Pip-Boy or when you're trading. That really they've kind of carried over here into 76, which I really, really like. You have a lot more space. So again, look at we're 154. I believe we can get it even lower. Let's go ahead and look at what we got. We've got our Gatling Plasma. Are we really going to use that today? Probably not. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. That's going to reduce our waste to 132. Then we're going to look and see, do we have the bare minimum? We do. We got our power armor. You only need one set of power armor on you. We're looking good there. Go through the aid stuff. Do I need to keep this on me? No. Don't need it. Now, look, that's... I did bobbleheads. I put them in there. We've got this here, tumblers today, pick locks of one higher tier. Those are books. So we're going to go ahead and run over here again and put those up for sale. I typically don't use books. I don't use bobbleheads. I preferred the bobbleheads and the books out of Fallout 4 with their permanent edition as opposed to a temporary. But that's okay. I'm going to sell it to somebody over here. Let's sell it for 1 cap. There we go. So tumblers today, people can buy it for 1 cap out of my thing. Now, of course, I got my vending right here by Charleston Station. So when people are coming through, bam, they kind of come over here and grab some stuff. And you make passive income from that, right? So stuff you leave in there, you're going to make more money putting it in there if somebody buys it than it's selling it to the vendor. And of course, you can even reduce the price, right? So if you're going to sell it to the vendor, say something's worth 100 caps, and you're going to sell it to the vendor for 25 caps, right? You can sell it for 50 caps and still make extra money passively as you're playing the game. You're off doing something else. People come by your base, bam, make a lot of cash just doing that. So very, very cool way of making another income or passive income for your character, as well as purified water is another passive income that I constantly have running. Right? It's just constantly running all the time, making me money all the time, 24/7. 24/7. Every second I'm in the game, that's making me money. And I like that. I play the game like it's a business. I play it, I use stuff just for first what I call a basic build, just to get started. Then you move up to what I call a super build, where it starts to make you income, right? That's where I'm at right now, the super build, where you start making yourself an income. And then you get to the mega builds, which are the more cosmetic builds, where you put all your fun stuff in there and your cool designs and use brick or metal or, fancy picket fences and all that kind of fun stuff. That comes later. I do that pretty much toward the end of the game because I want it to just be super efficient and functional as opposed to being fancy at the beginning. But I love to get to that stage. That's my reward for making it to the end of the game or really far in the game, is that I get to eventually use all these massive resources that I've collected to mega build some amazing thing. And we'll get there. Hang in. We'll get there eventually. All right. So let's get back to my inventory over here. So yeah, we did aid. Now we need to get our stuff back out again. The stuff that we're going to use. Now, I suggest to just take all your food out. Again, that's going to eventually just rot out of there. Oh, canned dog food. We need to get rid of that. And just look for the stuff that's going to rot. Look, crispy squirrel bits. That's going to be gone by the end of this play session. Disease cures. You want to keep a couple of those on you. Glowing blood. We're going to work with that here in a second. Grape perk bubble gum. I think we're just going to eat that. Nuka Cherry is good to have a few of those around to boost your action points. Also works as water. Rad-X for sure. Radaways for sure. Usually about 5 right there. Again, all this food that's going to spoil, get it out of there. It ain't doing you no good. It's just going to spoil and so forth. There we go. And I know that I saw earlier that somebody came in and said something about you can turn it into fertilizer. That is correct. I have so much fertilizer that I absolutely don't need. Who was that? Dibna. Dibna came in and said that. Yeah, I typically, that's what I would do, but I have so much resources now. I have such a massive ton of resources that my stash is just constantly full. I'm also a super looter. I don't go in and say, okay, I'm going to grab that. Then we grab this. Grab that. That takes too freaking long. You got to think that I run through lots of areas in a day. I just come through and I go, whoosh, and I just sweep it all. I just grab it all. I grab as much as I can. I do a very big, heavy build where I can carry lots of stuff just for that reason. And then, of course, if you're smart and every time you see a workbench, you keep scrapping all your junk as well as using your perks to good effect where you can, say you grab a lot of stuff and you're just a little bit overburdened, you can switch on some of your perks and then, boom, you can quick travel and back to your base and then, of course, sell it or get rid of it, whatever you need to do. All right, so that would be the stuff that I would take out. Soup as well. Anything that's going to rot. Right? And it's going to rot, disappear. And again, right here, glowing meat steak. Let's take that out as well. Anything else that's going to rot in here? No. Okay. Okay. And you see I put these up for sale. That's what this tag is. That's what that means. And then we've got other stuff in case we need to use a dictol, in case we're having our points reduced or something like that. We can come back. Now, another great Kismet tip for you is to check this miscellaneous. Oh my goodness, does stuff get lost in there? Look, I got copper ore in there. I got a whole bunch of other stuff. I just go down here, just scrolling down with my mouse, right, with the mouse thing here, the mouse wheel, and I press spacebar a whole lot. I really despise stuff being dropped in miscellaneous. All this stuff should be under aid. All of it should be in aid. I hate going in here, because it's mixed in with your passwords, with your logins, with your keys, your bobby pins are in there. That stuff should not be in there. Move bobby pins to aid. Move copper ore to aid. Move all of that stuff that gets lost in there. You're running around, you're overburdened. You're like, dang it, Kismet, this game is driving me crazy. I'm always overburdened all the time. That's because it's stuck in your miscellaneous. Great example is stuff like burnt books. Burnt books get in there. They're worth 1 weight each, just like bobby pins were, right? A burnt book should not be 1 point. That's another one I hope they fix eventually. Burnt books are burnt. They are less weight. They should be like 0.1 or even 0.01. So if you got those burnt books, it's not sucking up all of your inventory. So make sure you sell those. Make sure you get all this stuff out. If you want to keep it, great. You don't need to keep 208 gunpowder. Look how much gunpowder I have there. You do not need to keep that much, right? But I'm going to use it here in a second. But normally you don't need to keep that much stuff. I made like 800 gunpowder at the beginning of the game because I want to make a bunch of ammo. And then I realized it took up 3/4 of my entire stash. It sucked up all of it. And so I had to literally take all those resources that I gathered and made into gunpowder and drop all the gunpowder. So make it sparingly. Make stuff sparingly as you go along. And you're going to find tons of gunpowder running around as well. So you can see also, look, I got 30 gunpowder over here. Oh, where'd it go? I have 30 gunpowder right there. Let's get that off of me. Look, that was 2 points right there. Right? So keep watching that. Now, on holotapes here, I will go ahead, as I'm done with an area, I will go ahead and move the holotapes out of my stash. Of course, these ones here with the stars are quest items. You cannot take those out. And this one here is for launching nukes, so I keep that one on me. And again, down the road. See, once I've gone through an area, I will go ahead and move all the stuff in there. By the way, look at all of those. Look at all those treasure maps I have. I have so many treasure maps in there, and I just keep adding it. This stuff doesn't weigh anything, right? Most of all this stuff here in Holo and notes and so on does not weigh anything. You just keep it in your stash, out of your inventory, so it's not sucking up your inventory visually as well. All right, we got junk. Okay, we got mods, right? Check both of these to see if you've got any mods in there. If you got a bunch of mods in there, sucking up your inventory, get rid of it. Ammo. Ammo's a big one. That's going to suck up a lot of space. And here I go again. See, I'm trying to sell ammo. Nobody buying that ammo. I'm getting it out of there. I'm taking all that. Especially missiles and mini nukes are way too heavy. They are way too heavy in Fallout 4. They are way too heavy in Fallout 76. I despise missiles. They eat up so much room for what it is, and they're not even that great. Missiles aren't even that great of a weapon to suck up all my inventory. So there you go. Bright Star coming in with a follow. We got Edison coming in, Lord coming in, and just now Ocean Man coming in, dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. Welcome, come on in. Feel free to grab some ice cold Nuka-Cola in the fridge, as well as to say hello in the chat. People will actually say hi back to you. Try it right now. Say hi in the chat. I know, it works great. It works great in my chat anyway. Let's see. Hi, Isfer. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, so what do we want to keep? Well, fusion cores, of course. So we're going to run around our power armor. We have an insane amount of plasma cores here. That's going to take up a lot of our inventory. Right now, I don't even have the weapon for the plasma core on me. I've already put that in the stash. So there's no reason for me to carry these plasma cores around. But I do want to keep them. I want to use them up. Eventually, I'm also going to spec into heavy weapons eventually and use that. I really like that Gatlin. I wish I could get a Gatlin legendary of that Gatlin weapon that I have right here. It's called a Gatlin Plasma. Really great against Scorched. Really great against Scorched and Scorched Beast. I really like the Gatlin Plasma. Very, very great weapon. It has it's awkwardly sometimes doesn't shoot. Sometimes there's like a delay and whatnot, but they did say in the new patch coming up, patch 10, that they are going to fix the responsiveness of weapons, how fast you can pull them out, all of that kind of cool stuff. That definitely needs some work, and they listen to feedback, and they're going to add it to the game. So big love to them. Big love on that. All right, back to ammo. All right, so 308, 38, nah. 10 millimeter, that's a lot for me to carry around. You know what? I'm even going to go to the point where I'm going to go ahead and just say reduce it by that much, about 500. Maybe not even 500, right? So you know what? I don't want to carry that much stuff on me because it does add up. It adds up after a while. So maybe 300 rounds of 10 millimeter. What I'll use. Now, grenades here, I keep that for my buddy Ro. So we're going to keep that. 5 millimeter there, also keeping that for my bro Ro. 308, I did here. I forget who it was, Kidney Killer or somebody who is saving using 308. So I'm going to save that for them, and I'm going to give that to them. And so on. So fusion cells, fusion cores, nukes, and so on and so forth. Now, in Fallout 4, what I could do is I could take all this ammo and sell it to the vendor. And actually, I find that in Fallout 4, sometimes people have 10, 20,000. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had 10 or 20,000 ammo in Fallout 4 and suddenly realize that means that's 10,000 caps or 20,000 caps. Or if it's worth like 2 or 3, it's worth 30,000 caps, 60,000 caps. You're struggling to get around the wasteland and survive, and you've got 60,000 caps worth of stuff in your inventory. And I'm the worst pack rat ever. I mean, I pack rat stuff like nobody's business. But once I realized that, I'm like, why am I saving this ammo? Why am I saving this 38 ammo? I'm never going to use that 38 ammo. I'm getting rid of it. So I started selling it, and man, I was rolling in the caps in Fallout 4. Now, the problem in Fallout 76 is they took your ability away to do that. So you can't sell it to the vendor, but you can sell it to other players if you choose, if you want to use up part of your stash toward that goal. Now, I find that the number one stuff that sells that I've seen so far, ammo, bobbleheads, and of course, magazines. So if I feel like something's going to sell, I might go over here to the vending machine and say, okay, you know what? Boom, I'm going to go ahead and sell. Now, one of the things I've been noticing lately, too, is some people sell a lot of stuff. Now, if you're going to sell a lot of stuff in your vendor, I have a feeling, and this is just my thought, right, is that people create an alternate character. They create an alt that is just for selling. So they log in on that alt, and that alt just for selling in the wasteland. It sucks that you have to do that, but that's what I've been noticing lately, that some people have so much loot that I'm like, wow, how do they have any room in their stash at all? I believe that they're flipping over to another character to just sell, and then they flip back to their primary character. That should not happen. That mechanic should be fixed. This has got to be fixed. This is the number one downside of Fallout 76. I believe they can do it. I believe they'll find a way of fixing the stash over time. You know, it's not going to happen tomorrow, or maybe it will. Maybe they'll come in patch 10. I don't know. But it definitely needs to be worked on. All right, so ammo here. So again, I can put this ammo in here and put it for sale. Now, what is worth selling, right? Well, this right here, these cartridges here are worth 10. So if I sell those, right, I could set those at a price of 10. Is it worth it to have it in my stash and hold it there? Maybe, right? All right, this is worth 1. That's not worth it. Not worth it. 5, even 5's not worth it. But 5.56 is a pretty common ammo for some of your weapons. That's something maybe I'm going to save for my crew. So instead of putting it in here for sale, I'm going to go ahead and just save that for my crew, some 5.56. There we go. Same thing over here. What else can we sell? Let's go along here. Cryo cells. Those are worth 10, right? Okay, that might be worth it, right? I feel like none of this is worth it because I would rather have my space. But we're going to go through and check. All right, here. Mini nuke, right? That's worth 100. Maybe. Somebody might buy that. Missiles, those are not worth it even though they're 25. I don't know who's buying missiles, who's using a missile launcher. I hate missile launchers. I hate them because the missiles are too much. They weigh 2, right? So that's a 16 weight for 8 of them. So I'm going to shoot 8 times, and then I'm out of ammo, as well as I've wasted 16 weight out of my very precious weight, right? I find they're a waste of time. Plasma cartridges. Now, those are fairly common. Those are good. Railroad spikes. I think Ro was doing those well. String ammo, no. Shotgun ammo. I love shotgun ammo. Also, shotgun ammo is usually pretty cheap to buy as well. Usually 1 per shotgun ammo. It's much easier for me to buy it than to make it. But we'll make some too. So the rest of this, it's got to go. It's got to go. You can't save it. Don't save it, everybody. Don't torture yourself. Don't torture yourself. Let's make some newbie who's running along, finds himself a weapon, and saying, man, I sure wish I had a bunch of 45 around right now. Well, bam, there you go. Courtesy of Kismet. Free of charge. Grab it. It's yours. Cannonball, out of there. Cobalt, gone. Flares, out of there. Fuel, gone. Fusion cell, gone. Missiles, you are so gone. Plasma cartridges, free for anybody who wants it. Wait, that one I want to keep. Sturger ammo, out of there. Gone. Out of there. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, food and water. Food and water. We'll work on that in a second. Now, again, don't stress over your food and water. I used to do that in Fallout 4. I would always be worried about it. But I find that until you start taking damage, until you start seeing your health go down, don't worry about it. Unless you use your action points. I don't use my action points that much, so it's not that big of a deal for me. Even in Fallout 4, I didn't use it very much. Even when you have the, the pausing VATS, or it slows down time when you're using VATS and you can pick whatever it was. I rarely use it. I like to, just pew, pew, pew. I get a little live pew, pew going on. All right, so ammo. Let's go ahead and put those railroad spikes away. And again, I'm keeping this for my friends, right? Keeping those for the friends or future battles that I'm in, keeping all these plasma cores. And that's, look, I'm almost up to 700 again, just because I'm keeping some of that stuff. What else we got? Miscellaneous here. We already went through. Holotapes we went through. Notes, junk, mods, ammo. We're done. Now we're down to 125. Look how much effort that is. That's a lot of effort. Of course, I could have done it 10 times faster, but then you wouldn't be able to see what the heck I was doing. And that's why typically I slow down here on stream. All right, so once again, let's go ahead and double check that we can make any drinks. Oh, we can make some boiled water. Let's go ahead and convert that. That's going to reduce that weight. We can make some lemonade. I didn't even know you could do that. Cool. Let's make some lemonade. Just for funsies. And what else can we make? We got some honey. We got some boiled water. Now, right there, it says I need more boiled water to make that item. Let's see what is right here. Lemonade, right? To make more lemonade, I need boiled water. That's easy. That's easy because I just happen to have some water right here. Watch how much water I can get in just a few seconds. Ready? Right now. Get ready to go. And I have none on me right now. I'll just double check, right? No dirty water. Ready? Go. Now watch my radiation down here. And I think this is too OP. Now, see, in Fallout 4, in the survival mode, you had to get bottles. And I think they should add that back in, where you have to collect bottles. And they're everywhere, these bottles. You can collect bottles, and then you have to use bottles to convert it into dirty water. I think that's a much better mechanic than just being able to do this. Now, I'm going to drop most of this. Now, look at this. I'm getting mutated. One of the great things they added to this game, and I did this on purpose, is I got a mutation based on how much rads I have down here. Let's go take a look at that. That's pretty fun. Right here. Effects. Where's my mutation? Oh, there it is. I'm getting radiated. Oh, I didn't get one yet. I haven't got one yet. I'm just getting very, very radiated into a ghoul at this moment. There we go. So you can't actually get kind of perks that are mutations that allow you to jump really high or other things like that. But check how much purified water dirty water I just picked up. 137, just in that little bit of time, right? And then you can take that water and convert it into boiled water. And that's really where you're styling, right? You get the boiled water and you get that going on. Oh, wrong thing. All drinks. There we go. Boiled water. And watch this. You ready? It takes wood and dirty water. Now, I got rid of a ton of the wood, so now I'm going to run out of wood, right? Let's go. So here's a great way to use up your resources that you've collected and convert it into something else. Now, watch out, because you could actually make stuff heavier and not lighter, right? So watch out for that. There's a few things in there that do that. Not most of it. Most of it becomes lighter. There we go. So I used up some of the wood, and I used up all the dirty water. And now, if we go in and we look, we've got boiled water 69, right? And I wasn't watching before, but I think my weight did actually go down there. All right. And so again, look how radiated I'm in. Look how starving I am over there, and without food, still not taking damage. Now, one of the cool things when you get in the higher levels, you can go ahead and make yourself one of these, and it's like a little. This is my free service to the wasteland. Then come use the radiated. I did all the hard work, and then go there to the radiation thing and get it back. Now, one of the things I should probably grab back here. Rose right away in the vendor. Try to get it. There we go. One of the things I should probably grab back here, because I've used up a lot of it, is my wood scraps. So let me go ahead and grab that back. Let me go over here. Ro. He's always right in front of me. He's always right in front. I love Ro. Ro's the greatest. But I mean, he's got the magic ability to get right in front of me every time. No matter where I'm going. I think it was because we're so in sync that we're always kind of going in the same place and standing in the same direction. But that's okay. You want to be in sync with your crew. That you want to do. There we go. Now I'm suffering from dehydration. I'm going to start taking damage over time. And that's okay, because we're going to go do some stuff here in a second. So I could use this boiled water and whatnot, but I'm going to actually use that for crafting. We're just talking a bit about crafting today, how to micromanage your stuff, getting you lots of Kismet tips on surviving in the wasteland. Again, this game is free right now. Free. Download the Bethesda launcher, get that 76 installed, get out in the wasteland. If you need some help, we're going to be playing tomorrow on Xbox. If you're on Xbox and you need help from the community, come along with us. We're going to get the whole crew together. We're going to be helping Pimp of the Dead. If you need help as well, you'll level up along the way. And I always find when you help somebody else, it always ends up helping you. You never know. Might get a legendary weapon, might get some epic gear while you're around helping somebody else. I find it works fantastic. If you need help, let me know. If you want to be part of the Wasteland Tycoons and looking for help, someone to back you up, maybe your friends are no longer playing 76, maybe you've never played it before and looking for some friends, go to discord.gg/Kismet. Thank you, s.p.e.c.i.a.l, for dropping the Dragon Hammer, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. Welcome, welcome. Go on to the Discord, discord.gg/Kismet, or even easier, just follow that link in the chat. My mods are on point right there. Look at Game Killer, always on point. Go ahead and click that link, go into the Lurker channel, and say, hey, I want to be part of the Wasteland Tycoons. And of course, my senior mods will come in eventually and upgrade you into the Wasteland Tycoon level. And then you can go into our Wasteland Tycoon area. You can see all the stuff in there, as well as you can go in and go into the introduce yourself area and say, hey, I love me some 76, or I'm new to Fallout 76. I'm new to Fallout games. I need somebody to back me up, or I'm an absolute pro at Fallout and I still would like to farm some loot and I need somebody to back me up when I'm in the really high level tier stuff and I want to do the new raids and maybe even do the BR. So if you want to join me for that, I am on PC or Xbox or PS4, or if you're on multiple platforms, put that in there as well. You never know. You might find a new friend. A lot of amazing people on the Discord, a lot of amazing people in the chat. And of course, I love to play with the community as well. So we have lots of fun. We have lots of fun getting into trouble as Wastelanders, 76ers, right? We're all from Vault 76, looking out from each other. All right, so I put that wood back in there again because I did burn a lot of that wood making stuff. And the same thing over here. Let's go in here and let's Big JP's on. My crew's coming on right now. Look at him go. Let's go here to modify repair. There's nothing I can modify here, but I can craft up some stuff. So again, I'm not saving this stuff for a rainy day. I'm saving it for now when I need it. Now, right now, I can make 12 shotgun shells. Let me show you another Kismet tip. You ready? Let's do it. Your perks actually affect a lot of what you do in-game. The perk system is the absolute most amazing thing in the entire game. It is absolutely the home run. Whoever came up with this perk system, I love you. I mean, seriously. like bro love, I'm saying. Not romantic love, but I love you in every way that I can love someone else platonically. Right here, I love this perk system. It is phenomenally done. It's not like you set a point and then you're stuck. You can put points in, you can shift them around later as you get to higher levels. Once you get past max level, you can shift your points around from charisma, perception to agility, whatever. And of course, you can take your perks in and out. One of those perks I'm going to take out here is my Enforcer for a second, and I'm going to put my Ammo Smith in there. Now, my Ammo Smith over here is going to produce 80% more rounds when crafting ammunition. So when I go in here and I'm crafting ammunition, watch what happens. Instead of 11, now I'm producing 21 shotgun shells. I don't know about you, but that's half the resources I have to collect now. That's a lot of my time saved right in here. Now look how much lead and plastic and steel and gunpowder we have, right? I'm going to town, baby. I'm going to town. Nothing but the shoddy ammo. Let's go. Come on, let's burn it all. Let's burn it all. Reduce that inventory space. Get rid of that gunpowder. Get rid of that lead. Get rid of that plastic. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. Right there. So I just made a ton. In fact, you could go one step further. Go over here. After you're done crafting, you've done your weapon crafting. You've repaired your armor. You've repaired your weapons. You've repaired your power armor. You went in. You crafted up all the ammo. You've done all your medical stuff over here. Or you've done, maybe you're going to go in and do some stem packs, right? You go into healing here. You make some healing salves if you can. Or I'm going to use the chemical station when he's done. You go over there and make some stuff. You can even make yourself some alcohol right over here. Go over here and make yourself some stuff over here at the brewing station, right? They added a brewing station again. I think it's pretty cool, man. I know about you guys, but I'm sure some of you guys want some hard lemonade right there, or right now in real life. Make yourself some Nuka Shine, all sorts of cool stuff over here. And all of that kind of fun stuff to make as well. And then again, go through here, chemistry station. This is how we reduce our inventory. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Twitch Z Mystics, thanks for coming in. If you're coming in from the homepage, my name is Kismet. They call me the Wasteland Tycoon. I'm being featured right now on the recommended page. Come on in, click my name. Come on in, hang out here in the stream. Hit that follow button. We have lots of fun in here. I'm a very positive streamer. I try to bring you up in your day and not try to tear you down. I try to entertain you here. And of course, pass on my Kismet tips of deep game mechanics. Deep game mechanics in here. Also, Z Bagby coming in. Hopefully I got that right. I butcher everybody's name, by the way. It's part of my charm. Thank you so much for dropping that and hanging out. But wait, there's more. Exactly. But wait, there's more. Let's go in here. Let's make some healing. Look at this. So I've unlocked stem packs. Look at that. We got blood packs. Let's burn those up. That's burning up resources, using up your resources that you collected. Giving you, oh, there we go. Alexible, thank you so much. Giving you the item, reducing your weight. This is vitally important to use up all of your stuff you're collecting. If you're not using it up, it's just burning your inventory, right? Now in here, we got lots of antiseptic. I try to bring down that antiseptic because I don't use it all that much. But it is pretty nice to go through and make your own Rad-X, right? Now, I'd like to actually get the recipe for the full Rad-X and not the diluted. But look over there. All I need is purified water. You're like, Kismet, where do you get purified water? Well, I'm the purified water king. That's why they call me the Wasteland Tycoon. Because I make not only millions, not even billions, or sometimes billions, but trillions of caps in Fallout 4 and eventually here in Fallout 76 because I use purified water. If I was really there, and that's how I like to play games, like when I'm dropped in there, right? When I'm dropped in that storyline and you're really there in Fallout New Vegas, when you stop and when you drop in and you're in your frozen pod in Fallout 4, I feel like I'm really there. What would I really do? If I was really there and I came out of the Wasteland and I came out to Sanctuary, what would I do? I'd corner the market on food and water. That's exactly what I would do. I would build up a business and they'd have to come to me. They'd have to answer to the Wasteland Tycoon if they wanted that food and water. In fact, I bought out Vaultec. In fact, I bought out the remnants of the Institute. I went and took over the green jewel of the Wasteland. And went over there and I turned the guy, you know the kid that runs the purified water over there at the Green Jewel, right? He actually is the mayor now because I kicked the mayor out. I made him the mayor and he's a millionaire now because he worked with the Wasteland Tycoon. There you go. There you go. Making that big money. There we go. Making that big money, having some fun. So there we go. So I already got water purifiers right out here. Now, by the way, you don't have to have water to do water purifiers. That's a misconception. You can actually go in and utilize your water here. And as you unlock these, as you find the patterns for them or as you unlock them, you can also use these water purifiers. They do 12 per hour, which is a huge lie. It doesn't do 12 per hour. This one over here says it does 60 per hour. It so does not. In about an hour, I come back here, and I can tell you there's maybe a maximum of 5 purified water. Not 60 per hour. It is definitely not 60 per hour. But, you know, sometimes you just roll with it. Now, of course, you got this middle level one here that you put in water, and I could probably sneak one in there. See, I could be making, you know, 24 more per hour, which is more like 3 per hour. I could be, you know, fine fitting them in there and then running power and then be making even more. And, of course, the big ones here are the ones where I really make my money. I literally put thousands of these down in Fallout 4. I usually make 100,000 bottle caps every 2 to 3 days in-game. I'm not joking. At the very beginning of the game, and you want to see it happen, you go check it out. I have all of those streams up on guides and everything up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KismetBP, which you'll see it pop up here in a second down here. My mods also throw it in the chat. Feel free to go over there, hit that subscribe button. I put every single stream up there. I put a bunch of guides up there, highlights, and so on and so forth. Lots of more cool stuff coming in for my YouTube channel as well. But purified water is how I make my money. Usually I'll collect around 8,000 purified water every few days, and then I can go around and literally buy out every single vendor in the game. Because I run it like a business. This is a business here. This is making me money. That's how I like to play, the Wasteland Tycoon style. But of course, you know, if you like to play, you don't like to do building, you don't have to do building. There's nothing requires that you do building in this game or Fallout 4. If you like to do questing and you like to run around and battle, if you like to do the BR modes, right, like the nuclear winters kind of stuff, hey, more power to you, right? Like what you like. I love the building. I really enjoy it. I like the fact that it has an impact on your gameplay as well. The more you build it up, the more you build it up in a way that it generates you income, which is cool. All right, still suffering from dehydration up there. It happens. It happens. All right, so what were we doing in here? Oh, we're making stuff here in the chemistry station. So let's go ahead again. Go to healing. What do we got? Radaway diluted, stem pack. I don't like to use diluted stuff. But I might make some Radex diluted if I get low. I like to make the full thing like this. I need glowing fungus. The problem with glowing fungus is it does decay over time. So if we're going to collect glowing fungus, we'll go around and look for that. That's a real easy way to find glowing fungus. It's really around radiated areas, also around water. If you run around water, like up in here, you'll see it. You'll find it in caves and all kinds of stuff. Like the best place I've found, spoiler alert, I always give you guys a warning first. Spoiler alert. If you go in here to the glass cave cavern, you will find an insane amount of it. And then you can make stem packs all day, every day, right? You can make them yourself instead of buying them. I hate buying stuff. I like to craft. I love the craft system in Fallout. I think it's very fun in Fallout 4 and in Fallout 4, all the New Vegas and all that other stuff, but also in 76 is what I meant to say. Let me catch up on chat, too, because I get very busy. Now, of course, if I miss your comment or question, make sure to put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. There's my name right there. By the way, this is my new website, kismet.gg. Is that cool or what? Is that a cool website or what? Kismet.gg. I love it, man. It's the greatest. There we go. Hello, Ensifer. Where else? What did I leave off here? Acid and lemonade. I know, huh? Well, you know, they got nuclear waste in a bunch of these drinks, too. You won't get mutated if you have starch jeans on. Yeah, there we go. Also, if you have plaid jeans on. Just kidding. Kismet, we're at 76 chat. I'll be in there just a second, Big JP. I love talking with my stream. I really enjoy this part, the interactive part of streaming. If you're a streamer, don't forget that this is the most vital part as a streamer, is to connect with other people. Connect with other people and appreciate them being in your channel. I don't care if I have 2 people in here or if I have 4,000 or 5,000 people in here. I appreciate the people who come in my channel. I appreciate everybody who comes in here. And even if you're lurking and you've never said one thing in my chat for the last 4 years, I still love you. I love my lurkers big time. I put Super Duper along with Ammo Smith. You can get a lot more. Really? Super Duper, says Alfic. Now, Alfic is a really another great person who knows those game mechanics. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. Let's go. Super Duper, huh? Do I even have Super Duper? What line's that in, Alfic? What line is that in? Whenever you're giving me a suggestion, make sure to put what line it's in. Because I can't remember. Is it in the Charisma line? Or is it in the Agility line? Let's see if I even have Super Duper. I don't think so. But luckily, I do have a level up because I'm so bad about my level ups. Let's go see Pick a Perk here. And let's see if we can find it in here. Super Duper. Wish this was alpha. Is this alphabetical? I think it is. Let's go. Oh, I just noticed that. I never noticed that before. It's alphabetical. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for putting that alphabetical. Bethesda, I appreciate it. Where's it at? Is it called Super Duper? What's it called specifically? There we go. Number one lurker here, says Swag Tato TV. Really? Well, I'm gonna give you 1,000 Kiz Caps for coming out of lurking. Give Swag Tato TV for coming out of lurking. Give him 1,000 Kiz Caps. Are you pumped for Wastelanders, Kismet? Absolutely. See, I knew they were working on more stuff behind the scenes. I knew they were going to come out, and I knew they had the ability to come out with all this stuff, including voiced NPCs and, you know, dialogue trees, and even from Fallout New Vegas, where your perks have an effect on the storyline. What perks you pick and what level your charisma is or your perception has an effect on what happens when you do those dialogue choices. Just like in Fallout 4 as well, by the way. If you have very high charisma, you can convince people to do stuff that you want them to do, which is why I have high charisma, because I want them to do whatever I want them to do. I look like the Vault guy in Fallout 4, which is awesome. I do look like that guy, and frankly, they owe me royalties for using my likeness. I do look like the Vault boy. I actually have one where I have a kind of caricature of me doing like the pose, right? Very, very funny. I have an old t-shirt like that too. Where's my old t-shirt? I should have wore that one today. One with my old Kismet t-shirt. Very cool. So thanks, man. God bless you. Thank you. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here. Again, let me catch up on chat. Very pumped for it. Can't wait for it. I feel 6 years younger than yesterday. Why is that, Specimen? Why is that? I want to know. Super Duper is under luck. I don't see it in here. Oh. All right, let's just switch to luck. Let's see what it is. Super Duper. I didn't even notice that was alphabetical to just right now. There it is. When you craft anything, there is a 10% chance you'll get double results. Well, I guess that's my next level up. Bam! Let's get that right now. Let's do it. Oh, look at you guys. See, now that's the great thing about my stream is not only are we working together. Now, normally in the beginning, I don't like anybody to tell me anything until I get to max level. Then we can go ahead and start sharing. Now, one of the things I really like is the luck of the draw. That's a great one too. Parapharma here to get extra stuff. Now, really extra stuff here in the food containers. I feel that one's not very useful. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that one out. And we're going to go ahead. And of course, we also got Mysterious Stranger, one of my favorite cards in the game. So let's go ahead and use Super Duper. Let's put that in there and give us a 10% chance the next time we go to build ammo. Now we're like, wait a minute, we already built the ammo. Oh, I'm actually taking damage now. All right, let's go ahead and eat some of this food that we got. Brain fungus soup. There we go. And then notice my action points will go back up again, and my health will also go up because that's food that will heal my health. And there we go. No big deal. See how long I went? That took me a long time to get to that point. Where I discovered that I could go a really long time without food and water in the survival mode in Fallout 4 and then also here in 76. So it's not that big of a deal. So there we go. I think you have Super Duper already. I didn't see it in there. No, you didn't have the card. Yeah, I did have the card. Otherwise, it would tell me to upgrade the card. I overslept today and woke up around 10:30. Sleeps like magic. Well, yeah, Specimen, I could not sleep today at all. So I was running behind on the start of the stream today. Is I had a real big trouble trying to sleep. And we're going to try to get this done here. I'm just going to play for a little bit here. Then we're going to play a really super cool game for you guys. I think you guys are going to like it. We're going to try it out, and then we'll try out some Astroneer. I'm going to try to squeeze it all in because I only got so much time. I probably should tell my crew that I'm only going to be here for a few more minutes. Hey, everybody. I'm only going to be here for a few more minutes today because I got so much stuff going on tonight. So just a heads up. I'm just kind of talking about how to manage your inventory and all that stuff today. So if you guys want to run around and do something, I'm probably going to play for another 15 minutes or so, and then swap over.
Okay, let me go ahead and drop you some ammo then.
All right. Yeah, well, I got a bunch of ammo for you guys as well. Let's do some ammo swapping. All right. That's my awesome crew. I wish I had more time, but I started late because I couldn't sleep. Let me get them some ammo here. I'm also saving 308 and 556 and railroad spikes. It was you that needed railroad spikes, right, Ro?
I'm actually doing okay on railroad spikes right now, so if you're using them, go ahead and...
Oh, I don't use them at all. I'm all shotgun, baby. All shotgun now. I love this shotgun. Thanks again about this shotgun, man. I think it really made a difference. I think we've been crushing it lately. All right.
That reminds me. I may have a 10mm submachine gun for you.
Oh, all right. Hopefully it's better than the one I got. That's what another thing I'm looking for is a ranged weapon. I might go to the combat rifle, but then I have to spec into rifles. I have one that burns people, which is awesome because it's just like a passive burn effect. So I can just burn them, grab their aggro, and then I can switch over to my shotgun when they get close. All right, so look at what he's done. He saved some loot for me.
I dropped like 200 shotgun ammo on the ground.
All right, I'm going to grab that. All right.
Bro, are you using missiles?
Not at the moment. I eventually will, but I can't really. I went ahead and put the submachine gun in there.
Oh, look at that. See? This is the magic of Fallout 76 right here. This is the magic. And you're like, Kismet, Fallout sucks. It sucks on launch and all that stuff. I agree. It did have a lot of problems on launch. It does not have a lot of those problems anymore. They've done a phenomenal job of putting their head down, fixing those problems, and also bringing a lot more content to the game. It's a lot of fun. But this is the magic right here. When you're playing with your friends and you need shotgun ammo and they need... Oh, I put that ammo down for you, Ro. Did you get that? Oops. Sorry, I had to mute it again. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. You got the submachine gun?
Yeah, I just grabbed it. Thanks.
Cool.
All right, so he gave me a 10 millimeter
star, so.
submachine gun. Woo, look at that, baby. Let's just favorite that sucker and try it out. This one. Oh, that uses 45 ammo. I just ditched that ammo, too. Hold on, let me go grab it back. Hold on. Let me go grab it back. Let's get it out, too. Oh, yeah, a little Tommy gun action. That goes along with my Wasteland Tycoon
I've got
stuff.
over 3,000 45 ammo if you want it.
I so don't want it. It just sucks up all my inventory space. But let me try this out first and see if I like it. Let's try it out. All right, let me turn my game sounds back on now that we're away from the vendor.
I had to realize it was 45. I thought it was 10 millimeter.
Not bad. Not bad. I gotta go find something to shoot. I'll be right back. Go find something to shoot. Try it out. See what damage it does. See, what I do is I go and test weapons, how much damage they do without any perks.
On a single target, it'll take them down really fast.
That's the stuff, bro. Right, we're looking for targets. Oh yeah, this weapon's pretty decent. Trying to find a bigger target though. There we go. There's some super mutants. Old Ben purchased my books right there. Do you see that? Made some money. I had these super mutants. I'm gonna get the high ground on them. I don't see him. So I haven't made my jetpack yet. We'll get back to that. Probably got rid of all the stuff that I need for my jetpack. Come on, I hear you around here somewhere.
There's ghouls up here if you want to hit them.
I heard a super mutant down here. I don't know where he went.
I think that's Graham, the merchant.
Oh, right.
I see his Brahmin up here on the bridge.
I don't always wear my power armor. I don't like to burn my fusion cores for no reason.
Where did those ghouls go? They were just hitting me.
There they are. Oh, yeah.
Ah, there they are.
You guys see all the new systems for weapons so you can switch faster? I hope they've fixed the ability to switch between third person and first person. See, whenever you're shooting this way, there's always one that comes from the left. Always that one that comes from the left or behind you. Gotta keep it in check. All right, yeah, I like that weapon. It's pretty good. All right, maybe I'll take that 45 if you've got it. I'll take it back.
Yep.
Let's drop it over by the base. All right. I'll go ahead and get that 45.
Yeah, and if you want me, if you just want to take a little bit now, I can store the rest. I have stash space for it.
Yeah, if you use the 45, I mean, you can just keep the bulk of it. I'll just bring a little bit of. I prefer my shotgun because it also cripples them and staggers them as well. Like, you know, that's really great when we nuke something because I can just, you know, basically disable all the high-level mobs, and then you guys just go in there and stomp them to death. Really great technique using the combat shotgun to disable the mobs and put them down, especially assaultrons. Because assaultrons, when they melee you, they hit really hard. So you can knock them down, then they have to crawl toward you, and then you blast them. Hopefully they don't get you with their beam, though. Hopefully they don't get you. There you go. I woke up and farted. Well, hey, thanks for sharing. I might be a little bit oversharing, but thanks for being here. There we go. NPC update in the game? Not yet. Not yet, little OFC. It's coming in later on. Coming in soon. 4,500 cells easy for 1 caps per bullet. Yeah, I'm sure. But, I mean, I usually end up with a lot. You end up with a lot of 45 ammo. You know, a crazy ton of it. Where are you dropping? Are you dropping up here, or where are you? Okay. There it is. All right.
It's right there. I just dropped, I kept 2,000, gave you the rest.
All right, yeah, I don't know how much of it I'm going to use, but I'll put it away for now. I'll put most of it away, and I'll keep just a bit. Yeah, keep about 300. Yeah, that's a good backup weapon for close up in case my shotgun gets broken. All right, so now one of the problems, getting back to what I was doing before, is you don't want to leave. I don't want to leave super duper on right now. When you craft anything, there is 10% chance you get double results. Well, I'm not going to craft anything. I just did all my crafting. Now, the smart thing is to put that on before you do all your crafting, but I didn't have the card then, so let's go ahead and move it back. And then I'm going to go ahead and just go into Can Do for searching extra loot, or I can do my Mysterious Stranger if I wanted to. But I like to do, this card right here is really good as well. Slight chance of repairing your weapon when you're shooting, and it actually goes off quite often. Gunsmith, really great. Guns break 50% slower, and you can also craft guns, but I don't really care about that. I like the 50% slower breaking because your guns have a tendency to break very, very quickly in this game, especially early on. So make sure you have backup weapons if you don't have enough stuff to repair your stuff as well. How do you still play a game? I'm actually jealous that you can play and have fun. Well, Cheese 7, that's because I don't rush. I have played all the Fallouts, all the way back to the original game, and I probably knew about it before anybody because I was a graphic designer for over 25 years. The company I worked for had a tiny little company you might have heard of, Interplay. That was right. I got to work on the box art, not the game itself, but the actual box art and a lot of the materials to a lot of games along the way. And I fell in love with Fallout 1. Incredibly great. Probably have the most hours. I probably have 10,000 hours in there from back in the day when it first came out. And I've also played through all the other Fallouts, including Fallout 4, where I have 2,500 hours live here on stream. Also Fallout Shelter and a bunch of other, Fallout Tactics and all that other stuff we played here on stream as well. And had some fun. But I don't rush games. See, I knew, and I tempered my expectations because I actually listened to Bethesda, which a lot of people did not. They said this is not Fallout 4, or not Fallout 5, right? It's Fallout 4 with friends, basically is what it is. It's in a total left turn or a different direction than the normal Fallout series, and they've taken a big hit on it, and I appreciate people who can admit their mistakes, right? Who can say, you know what, our bad, we're working on it, we're going to make it better, right? It's very fun. I do find that there are valid concerns, right? Server problems in the very beginning, got all these bugs and stuff, that they've squashed tons of those bugs. They've absolutely just been destroying it. They put their head down and they've been rocking it. Now, right now, it's free. You can download it for free until Monday. You can try it on PC. Just download the Bethesda launcher, install it, you're off and running. You can also try the BG mode that they have right now, which is pretty fun. Which I haven't tried yet, but we'll try it at some point. As well as they have a whole bunch of other new stuff they've added. They've made the camps 2 to 3 times the size. They've added more stash space, so you can, of course, have more stash. They've added legendary vendors to the game, which is awesome, so you can sell your legendaries and trade them in for even better. They've added also player vending, which is an absolute home run. Tons of other content and events and high-level raids and all that kind of cool stuff as well. They're even coming out with even more high-level raids coming out soon. As well as voiced dialogue NPCs. Now, I knew it from the very beginning it was going to be a train wreck. You know why? Past history. World of Warcraft, SimCity Online, Ultima, I could go down the list, right? And you can too. Right now, you're making a list of all the online games that were a train wreck or a dumpster fire at launch, right? I was there. I had 300 members when WoW launched. You want to hear some bitching. You want to hear some people complaining. Kismet, I can't log on the server. I can't get on there. I got to do my things. I got to run over here. I got to collect my ore. I'm working on this thing. I'm trying to get here. I'm trying to get my battlegrounds in. I've only got an hour to play and I can't get in, right? That kind of stuff. Oh, man, I listened to that for endless hours back in the day. But they went and they improved it and they made it better over time. And WoW's a fantastic game. And the same thing with Star Wars: Old Republic. It's a really fun game. If you've never played it before, free to play. Go try it out. You're a Star Wars fan, definitely try out. The base game is really, really good. Some of the expansions, but the base game is really fantastic. I'd give it a try. Guild Wars 2, incredibly fantastic mechanics in that game. If you run up and there's a mob that you're fighting, if you hit that mob and contribute to the fight, you get the drop. It's not like the old school. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever played an old school game where you're literally waiting in line for the boss. Right? You're waiting in line for the boss spawn. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in WoW waiting for that stealth tiger to spawn. Right? So I can get that stealth tiger on my hunter and then use it in the battlegrounds. Right? Come on, I know some of you've done that. I know you have. You're in like Ultima or you're in, I don't know, RuneScape, whatever it is, right? And you're waiting in this line of 100 people. There's always that one guy who tries to jump in front, right? Don't do that on a PvP server. Everybody will kill you. You just wait in line, you're shooting a breeze, you're standing there for like an hour, and then eventually it's your turn, mob spawns, you kill him, you get your boots or you get your whatever you're trying to get from that guy, and then you're out of there, right? That's old school. You don't have to do that in Guild Wars 2. You don't have to do that in this game either. It's really cool. You can all work together. Sorry, Fox. Man's got to eat. And you can also survive and get the loot if you contribute to the battle. Also, all the containers that you find are instance per person. So if I go and I grab the loot out of a loot box, right, or like say it's like in a locker, I grab that stuff out of there. Well, guess what? All my buddies and everybody else in the wasteland gets to grab their own loot out of there. I don't, I'm not, because I super loot, so I take all the loot. World loot is gone when somebody grabs it, but container loot is always instance per player. So that's another great mechanic as well. So I knew that Fallout 76 was going to have issues. I tempered my expectations. Just so you know, I've played since open beta, and my main character right here is only level 81. And I probably got like 30 levels in the last couple weeks. So that tells you how long I've been playing, and it tells you at the rate at which I've been playing. I don't just jump in the game and go to level 490 and run through the quest line as quick as possible and try to get everything done as quick as possible and look it up on the wikis. Okay, where's everything at, right? I haven't even gone anywhere in the map. I've seen people do this. They haven't even gone anywhere in the map, and they're like, okay, where's it at on the wiki? Okay, it's over here. This is where all the power armor is. Okay, let me just jump over here, grab all the power armor. Let me run over here. Let me just spacebar past all the dialogue. Oh, terminals, spacebar. Fast. Hurry. The game just came out. I gotta rush. I gotta get all the main storyline done. Okay, I'm max level. I'm over here. I've done everything. Oh, wait, nobody else is max level. Just me. Oh, well, I'm level 470. Everybody look at me. I'm super special. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you're level 490. Well, congratulations if you have gotten there. But if you're going to tout that as like your big achievement and you just ran through the game as quickly as possible, I think you shorted yourself big time. Take your time. Go on the adventure. Bring your friends along with you. Make some new friends as you go, right? Or just solo it. Lone wander that baby, right? I do it all the time. I lone wander around the wasteland, have a great time as well. And I always get the question, Kismet, what do you do when you run out of stuff to do? You put your feet on the ground and you start walking. You're going to run into some adventures for sure. Now, look, I've been playing since open beta. Now, I actually deleted my open beta character when I first launched in the game. The reason why is I felt like it was unfair to people who weren't in the open beta or the people who hadn't bought the game yet to be able to start with an advantage, to start at level 30, which is what my character was, right? Especially since they also have tweaked the mechanics and whatnot between the beta and into launch. So I deleted my character and I started new when the game actually launched. And I've taken my time. Now, also, I play on PS4 and also on Xbox with my community. So also that, slows my progress down. But I only recently, within the last month, launched my first nuke. I only recently discovered how to do that, right? Only in that. I still got places I haven't even been. Look at it. I haven't been there. I take my time. I squeeze every last penny of joy out of games, right? That's how I play. That's my style of playing. Now, if you like to speed run or you want to run through the game because you only got a day, you only got a day to play, or maybe you only got a week to play that game. Some people consume games like they're consuming like a piece of pizza, right? They consume it like in 3 or 4 days, and then they're done with that game and they move on to the next game. I am never that type of player, especially when it comes to Fallout. Fallout's my baby. I take my time. I read every single terminal. I look at the lore. I learn where the Brotherhood got started. I learned how Cap started in the Wasteland. There's a whole bunch of other origin stories here that actually affect or are part of the later Fallout series as well. I like to know the lore of each vault. I like to know all of that stuff as well. I definitely like to know all that deep Fallout thing. That's what Fallout's all about. But I will definitely say and call them out when I think that I think stuff can be improved. Now, I don't get on the hate train and whine and complain like a little baby. Come on. What are we? 10 years old? You know online games are going to have a problem. This is their very first online game. And they're going to take a hit on it, and they did it the right way, right? And they still do this, right? Put a one in the chat if you've ever had this problem. You buy a $60 game, and then they just act like there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's just a piece of junk. It just is a terrible game. You buy the game, or it's loot box to the nth degree. It's progress. You know what game I'm talking about, right? The progression, right? You got to pay to win progression. We know who that is, right? Right? The people who try to nickel and dime you out of all your money. That progression, that kind of stuff. And then they'll just act like there's nothing wrong. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong. That's how games are supposed to be, right? You're supposed to pay us every last cent you got in the bank. Right? So that's the way it goes. Now, if you played Fallout 76 and you paid your $60, know that it's a long-term game. It's not a short-term game, right? It's not like you paid your $60 like in Fallout New Vegas or in Fallout 4, and that's it. The game's done. Good to go. Maybe get some DLC later. But this is an ever-evolving game. So you're going to get your money's worth over time. And if you didn't like it in the beginning and you didn't like the bugs or whatever, or you ran to max level as quick as possible, I suggest start a new character. Start a new adventure. Go in and get it for free. Maybe you haven't even played it yet. Get it for free. Try it out. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, we can still be bros. That's okay. We can disagree. We can disagree. It's okay. You can like whatever you want in life. I don't like or dislike things because I want to be part of the crowd. If everybody else dislikes something, I don't care. I am going to try it for myself. And if I like it, I have people come on my channel all the time. They're afraid to say that they like Fallout 76, right? They're afraid to say it. Never be afraid to like what you like in life. Music, people, anything. You like what you like. You answer to nobody. I know I do. I got lots of real life achievements. I can list them off here for the next few hours, right? Been married for 25 years, been a graphic designer, been the top of my field for some of the top companies in the world, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to inspire you. I'm trying to inspire you to let you know that you don't have to take other people's problems and put them on your shoulder. You don't have to take their negativity and carry it around. You're amazing the way you are, and you can like whatever you want. So if you like some 76, say it proud. If you like gaming, say it proud. If you like art, if you like design, if you like music, whatever it is, say it proud and do it with passion. I play games with passion. I love playing games. I enjoy it, right? I enjoy it. And that's how I live my life. Now, of course, it's your choices. They're your life. They're all on you. Right? Now, some people, what it is they want to bring other people down to make themselves feel better. And it really does stain your soul when you do that. But that's some people, right? Because they have a bad, they have like low self-esteem, or they try to make themselves feel better by bringing other people down. It doesn't work. It's a dead-end road. You know why? That's who I was when I was young. I was a huge a-hole. All I cared about was money and doing graphic design. That's all I cared about. But, of course, you know what happens, right? You know what happens in life, hopefully for you as well, is all of a sudden you'll be struck by lightning and you'll find that special someone. There's nothing like a beautiful woman to change the way you are and make you into a better person. You got to step up and be a strong man for those strong ladies. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. I got lots of ladies hanging out on my channel. I'm telling you. You got to be a strong man. You got to step it up. You got to have that job. You got to deliver on that, keeping the family going, right? And that's what I try to do every day. I try to get up. I try to get up every day and do something to help the family, to help my wife and whatnot. And sometimes I'll stop for a moment here of the gameplay. I'll try to inspire you guys a little bit here in the channel, and then we'll get back to it. So let's get to it. Let me get back to chat, too. 45 ammo is extremely valuable. How do you still play this game? Because I enjoy it. I love it. I only play stuff that I enjoy, and I'm not afraid to say so. I can play whatever I want. Even if you dislike it, I can like whatever I want. There we go. I want to probably start the pre-ordered it, but every time I play for like an hour. Can't seem to have fun. I love Fallout, but it's just not for me. Yeah, it does take a while. I agree that the storyline, and especially the breadcrumbing of the original storyline and the starting storyline, is not that great. It's no Fallout New Vegas, if you know what I mean. You guys know. You played Fallout New Vegas, you know exactly what I mean, right? You drop right in the story, you go right into it. You play Fallout 4, drop right into the story, and then you have all these interactions and whatnot. And that's what you're missing. That's what people wanted this game to be. And they said, very specifically and very straightforwardly, this is not this game. This is not going to be the traditional Fallout game where you start with the story and you go through and you have these NPCs. Now, they have NPCs all over the place, but they don't have companion NPCs or storyline NPCs other than robots and whatnot or terminals. They don't have the traditional Fallout style NPCs. But I knew from the very beginning that they could always add them later. And guess what? Guess who was right? One for Kismet, right? Because they're adding them to the game now. There you go. One for Kismet. That stuff doesn't happen overnight. They didn't just decide yesterday that they're going to put in NPCs today. You got to think that they got to do the voice work on that. They got to record all the voices. They got to go in and do all the dialogue trees. They got to map all that out, and they got to program that in. They've been doing that months ago. They've been doing that a while ago. They didn't just do it the other day. They did not just started it at E3. All of that stuff they've already been working on and had that planned out for a very long time because they're listening to game feedback, and that's what you do as a company if you're good. If you suck, you ignore your community, and then you don't listen to feedback. But Bethesda does. You know how I know? Easy, right here. Right there. This is how I know. Because they communicate to their players about what they're coming out with, and they double down on it. And that takes some big huevos right there. That takes some guts to walk out at E3 and double down on it. And say, you know what? There were some mistakes. They owned up to their mistakes. They owned up to the issues of Fallout 76 at the beginning, and I give them huge credit for that. Do you know of any other game manufacturer that's going to come out at E3 and say that they made a mistake and that they're going to make it right? Name one. I want you to name one other game developer that would do that other than Bethesda. Name one. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I mean, there's a few out there that would probably do it, especially the smaller ones for sure. But very few, like, No Man's Sky, great example. Head down, came out, actually improved the game. Very fun game now. Sea of Thieves, same thing. Didn't have much content in the beginning. Went, put their heads down, came out with a bunch of awesome content. Incredibly great game now, etc., etc. So there you go. So sometimes I try to inspire you guys for a little bit, and then we'll get back to the gameplay. Plenty of gameplay up in this channel, don't worry. The Battle Royale is exact same movement as DayZ, compare it to something. I hear lots of people are liking the new BG. I have not tried it yet. I'm definitely going to try it out. That's why it's actually kind of fun, and the perks allow you to change gameplay styles. There we go. Yeah, I love the perk system. I mean, if you play the game for only one reason, if you're a true Fallout fan, I would play it for one reason and one reason only. Just to get started, is this perk system is phenomenal. It is absolutely amazing. This is how it should always be in Fallout. Is where you can take things on and off. It's incredibly well done. Oops. Speaking of taking thing, I just accidentally took that off. Got to keep my perks in there. There we go. Oh my God, this is such a cliche. You know what? Sometimes you need that. You need a little bit of positivity in your day. And I'm sorry that you can't accept that positivity and that love from a genuine place from where I'm sending it to you. Because guess what? 4 years ago, I was disabled in the bed. Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't do anything. I'm not joking. I don't play a character on stream here. This is the real Kismet. You see me at TwitchCon, this is the guy you will meet, right? I don't play characters. I don't do that stuff. Maybe dress up as a Wasteland Tycoon just for fun, but this is the real me. I was disabled. I mean, I disabled like couldn't go anywhere, couldn't drive my car, couldn't sit at the computer for more than 30 minutes, even though I've been at the computer for my whole entire life, for over 40 years now, 42 years, long time. That's depressing. I mean, I had to give up my epic job from Apple. I was a senior tech over there. I worked from home. I basically had like a 3-kid pileup coming here in my office. That's the worst traffic I had to take. It was a phenomenal job of working with some of the best people across the world, right? And I think of businesses more than just, hey, it's Bethesda, or it's Apple, or it's Microsoft, or it's Google. No, I think of all the people behind the scenes. And there are a lot of amazing people behind the scenes. Real human beings who love what they do and who want to do something amazing, right? And when you work around people like that, I don't know if you've ever worked around people like that who are amazing in what they do. They make you better at what you do, right? They raise you up, right? You're at another level. Same thing when you get in a group, right? Come on, put a 1 in the chat. This ever happened to you, right? You're in a pug group, right? And you're like, God, I hate pugs, right? These people suck, right? I was playing Lord of the Rings online. And I would get in pugs groups, and 99% of those are going to be just a train wreck, right? You get in there, my members are offline for whatever reason. I want to run this thing. It's late night, whatever it is. We're trying to run this instance, and you're in there, and no one's working together, and everybody's doing all the separate stuff, which is totally the polar opposite of playing with your friends. When you're playing with your friends, right, you guys are helping each other. If somebody gets down, you go back and you res them and whatnot. Or if you're playing like something like Apex Legends, right, you're playing with randoms, right, randos, and you're running along and you die, they leave you. They're like, too bad, bro. Or they wait for you to die and they grab all your stuff. Then they run off without you, right? Put a 1 in the chat if this ever happened to you. But occasionally, this is what happens. Now, there was these things that you could do. Everybody would press a button, yellow, blue, red. I forget what it was, but it was called a conjunction. So conjunction function. So basically, everybody in the party would hit a different color, and if we all did it in the right order, it would do a huge attack. Bam! Right? And there was one that was even hard, even for very tight members, right? It was the hardest one in the game. And I was in this pug, and they could do it every time. Every time we hit it. And we crushed that instance, man. We crushed it big time. And I actually have a picture of them on my history site for my guild of that group, of how amazing that was to click in. And that's what I find is the most fun about games, is when you click in that teamwork, when you find those people to back you up. And if you need people to back you up, come on to the Discord, discord.gg/Kismet. My mods will throw in the chat. Go in the lurker chat. Say, Kismet, I'm looking for epic people. I want to be part of the Wasteland Tycoons. You might find a new friend. Go introduce yourself in the introduce area. Say, I play on PC or Xbox. Even if you don't play Fallout 76, maybe you play something else. Maybe you're playing, whatever your favorite game is. You need somebody in there to back you up. Might find a new friend. You never know. And I play, of course, on Thursdays with the community as well. We've been playing on Xbox this week, so feel free to join us for that as well. And I appreciate everybody being in here. So, appreciate it. So, again, I went from disabled, had to give up my epic job, to doing something else that I love to do in my life. Basically starting over at level 45 in real life, because I'm high level in real life. And started all over again, and tried to do something else that I love to get me out of the bed, to basically save my life. That saved my life, because I had two choices. I could lay down and die in a bed, let my wife take care of me the rest of my life, which is basically what my doctors told me to do. And I told them to go screw themselves. I said, I don't think so. That's not the way the Kismet goes out. No. No. I watched my dad go out that, but he was 85 at the time, right? No, not at 45. I am definitely not going out that. So I lost 50 pounds. That's right. I stopped drinking soda, lost 10 pounds. Started going to the gym, lost another 10 pounds. Started eating better, lost another 10 pounds, and another, lost 50 pounds. And I'm feeling so much better, right? Start learning how to manage my conditions, how to manage my vertigo and sleep apnea, and to go and try to live a little bit better. And little by little, over years of time, got a little better. Now, yesterday or today, I really had a bad problem. Sometimes it comes back on where I can't sleep and I have issues. But that's the great thing about streaming. I can just say, sorry, everybody, I'm going to delay the stream by a few hours. I'll be on then. And then everyone's like, okay, cool, Kismet, no problem. And then here I am, feeling much better. Playing some games and, of course, trying to inspire you guys. So, again, if it doesn't inspire you, hey, there's plenty of channels on Twitch. But if it does inspire you, consider hitting the follow button right up there. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody who comes to my channel, whether you agree or disagree with me. I don't care. I don't care. I appreciate you anyway. There we go. So what do you think I should do? I'm thinking of restarting the game and continuing all over again. Hopefully, while I'm replaying, I'll see how great it is. Well, Cheesin, I would give it another shot. That's what I would definitely do. I love a new adventure. I love to start over. I do that a lot in games like Stardew Valley and other games, is that I'll get to a point, I'm like, man, I could have done that way better. Or maybe you're like, man, I could have picked way better perks at the beginning. Now that I kind of understand the mechanics and I understand the perks, I could have picked the best perks at the beginning to really supercharge my playthrough. That's what I'm going to do eventually. Create another playthrough now that I understand what perks I really want at the very beginning. And then, boom, man, I'm skating like a boss, right? because getting that heavy shotgun, knowing that I need the shotgun perks to really use melee or really use shotgun weapons, or just use melee in the very beginning. Melee is very powerful in the very beginning because you don't need any perk cards to really make it awesome. I have 0 perk cards, but I still hit for like 150 damage with nothing, with no perks for melee at all, which is pretty awesome. At the very beginning of the game, of course, you get yourself a legendary weapon doing more damage. But I would definitely give it another try. Now, again, any game is made better by having friends around you, by having people that will support you along the way, right? And that's what you really want to find here in Fallout 76. Though you can play totally solo. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I go around, just wander around, have a good time. So there we go. That's inspiring. That's inspire. That's a follow. Well, thank you, Chief Stephen. Thank you so much. And if I butcher your name, it's part of my charm. Thank you so much. Hey, speaking of awesome people, Clockwork in the channel. What's up, Clockwork? Cooltron coming in, dropping the 1. He's like, I understand what you're saying, Kismet. I remember those days. There we go. I would give it another shot right now. Now, just know that the storyline is a bit slow at the beginning. I think that definitely the what do we got here? More 10mm. Definitely the story branching and the breadcrumbs are not as great as Fallout 4, or especially not as good as New Vegas. New Vegas has incredibly great breadcrumbing. Incredibly great breadcrumbing is basically when you're doing a quest, it leads you from one place to another, so you don't get lost. You don't know what you're not doing. You're like, what am I supposed to be doing? Right? Like, I'm on this quest, but it's not aiming me anywhere. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. That kind of stuff. Now, back in the old school days, where I'm from, you didn't get all the breadcrumbing. You didn't get any of that. You would have to... The breadcrumbing was the NPC would say something. You would write it down in this cool book you would get in the actual regular edition, which was like the collector's edition today. You would get the regular edition. You pay your, $20. And then you would get a cool book, and you would write down all the cool stuff from the vendors. I like playing old school like that. That's cool stuff. You know the one that's like that? Shroud of the Avatar. Shroud of the Avatar, made by Lord British himself. Of course, Richard Garriott, incredibly great. If you like the old school RPGs, I would check that one out as well. Very great game. Enjoy the banter. Thank you, King Cats. And sometimes I'll stop, gameplay, we'll talk, or, you can look at my purifiers or whatever. My team is very cool about that. I do take my time as I play through. Take your time. It's your money. Get the most out of your money. What are you in a rush for? Who are you trying to impress? Nobody really cares if you're level 490 anyway. The game's probably so easy for you now when you're level 490. You just easy mode everything. It's going to make you bored. I find that most Fallout games, and I've played them all, I find that most Fallout games after level 40, and put a 1 in the chat if you agree, after level 40 they start getting way easier, and then especially when you're like level 75 to level 90, they're just easy mode. Most of the modes are easy mode. I can't even play, like I was playing Fallout 4 when it first came out. I got to level 40, I'm like, oh, it's getting a little easy, man. I can just, one-shot everybody. And then I got to, like, level 60 or 70 and then 80 and 90, and I didn't even finish the game. I didn't even finish it. I'm like, you know what? This is too easy. We're going to start over. Let's just go straight to the survival mode. And that's what I did. I started completely over again, started in survival mode, much harder, much more enjoyable, much more of a challenge, but still fairly easy after level 40, and I got to level 100 and something, I think, in my second playthrough. About 500 hours in my first playthrough, 500 hours in the second playthrough, and then I said, oh, cool, new survival mode coming out, and a whole bunch of DLC coming out. Well, let's start over again. So I started over again. Again, you can see all those playthroughs and how I started, how I make 5 to 10 to 20 to 100,000 caps every few days in-game at early levels, mid-levels, and high levels in Fallout 4. All those guides and all that stuff is up there for you guys to check out as well. Fan coming in said, Kismet, have you played the BR yet? No, I wanted to get into it tonight, Saturday night or Friday night. I wanted to get into it yesterday. I didn't have a chance to. We were just having so much fun. So much fun. This is honestly the best mood I've been in. Well, there we go, Clockwork. If I add a little bit of extra enjoyment to your day, there you go. There you go. There we go. So I haven't played the BR yet. Haven't played it yet. All right, so let's go ahead and play some other fun games while we're at it. Let's go ahead and swap out of here real quick. Let me go ahead and go to my office, check out some cool stuff. Let's go. All right, guys. I spent a lot of time talking to my chat, but I had lots of fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow, all right?
See ya.
Have a good night.
All right. All right, I'm not going anywhere, anybody. I just logging out of my team chat there on Discord. I got a real fun one. Now, I saw the commercial on this one, and I had an opportunity to do it sponsored here on stream. I get a lot of things as a partner streamer. I get a lot of requests, you know, to play games and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not into the game. I will not do it. I don't care how much they want to, you know, they want to give me a free code or whatever. I don't care. If I'm not into the game, I typically won't do anything with it. You'll never see it on my stream. But I thought that was just kind of cool, and I really love the advertising for it. So that kind of won me over as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a quick sponsored game here, just for about 30 minutes or so. And then we're going to go ahead and play some Astronair. Oh, Clockwork just came in with a Prime sub love. We're going to replay that in just a second. Let me press some buttons and flip some switches here. Right over here. Gotta make sure that all my stuff is set up right or I'll get in trouble. There we go. All right. Now I think you guys will dig this game. It's been pretty cool. It's a mobile game. And I like all types of games. I don't discriminate against games. I like sports games and fantasy games and, you know, space games and, you know, MMOs, RPGs. I like first-person shooters. I like them all. Why limit myself? I mean, the same thing with equipment, right? I like Apple, PC, Google. I like it all. It's just to me, it's like a wrench or a screwdriver, right? It's like, oh no, my number 2 pencil is way better than your number 2 pencil. Okay. They're tools for me. I use whatever I want. I'll have Android. I'll have, you know, iOS. I'll have Windows. I have 2 custom Windows PC and a Mac over there, which does all the graphics. And then over here, I've got a streaming PC and a gaming PC. But I'm going to do this on my iPad right here. And let me quit out of it here, and then we can launch it together. Hey everybody, Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.